Sailing, STL sailor, stake toddling. Chailing, STL sailor, stake toddling.
Good morning, Canessa. Is it my audio that's broken or just Canessa not talking?
Wait, say that again.
Oh, there we
I was
go.
distracted by Jay being stuck in the OP machine.
Oh, I see. I see. Jay, did you get stuck in the OP machine? Make sure not to claim all the OPs if you're inside the machine. As a little kid, I always wondered what was inside the vending machine and how could I take more.
And if the OP badge doesn't work, just reload in a few minutes. It looked like it worked for me, but if you've been on Decentraland a while, you'll have to probably refresh because I was late deploying it today. I woke up really late because I didn't sleep very well. So then when I finally did fall asleep, I like never sleep this late. So my fault.
Oh, okay. So I'm not the only one. I missed my haircut appointment this morning. Um, Felt very bad. So then I went back to sleep.
No. Yeah. Yeah. I woke up at 8:30. I woke up at 8:30. I'm like, oh, snap. I have to make. Oh, I
You,
was
you're coming in a bit choppy.
still.
Okay, so from your last sentence, all I heard was woke up 8:30, never wake up. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Oh, I must have offended Vanessa. She gone. I'm sure she'll be back. And while we wait for Vanessa to come back, good morning to all the friends. Hello, Jay. Hello, MetaWolf. Hello, Scatline Rock. Hello, Mohedi. Rustan, good morning. Otolam. Aga, what up? What up, Aga? Welcome, Fred Arm or Fred Elf. Hello, J Elf. Oh, we'll see. Looks like my partner in crime is back in lobby. Let's see. Let's see. Gotta find all the cool buttons to add her back up here. Dang it. I clicked the wrong button again. I think it's this one. Oh, what up, Artista? Welcome. Welcome. Good morning. Let's see. Oh, we have Summerler's Harmony as well. Good morning. Of course, we got Jimbo, the Grill Master Jimbo. Hmm. I wonder if that invite worked. Let me try it again. Kunta, good morning. Welcome. Hello, Alan Howick. Good morning, Dr. Drip. Hmm. Maybe it's taking a little bit for our co-host to get loaded in. Never mind. She gone. Well, as always, if anyone wants to come up and contribute to conversations, have a chat, you're more than welcome to. Um, if my co-host situation doesn't even out, I will talk to I would talk to all of you all by myself for the next maybe hour, hour and a half. Make sure you are nice and annoyed with Simple's voice. And then I'm just gonna rug. I'm just gonna hang up. Hmm, this is interesting. On on my ex on my phone, I'm seeing Canessa, but I'm not seeing Canessa on the community building Decentraland. Okay, I'll just invite as a speaker, maybe. Maybe I'll populate. GM, Dr. Drip. I see you on Decentraland. Thank you, everyone, for pulling up. I think Vanessa may be on the struggle bus today. Good morning, silly girl. Welcome. So, well, I guess while I just fill the empty air with sound, uh, thank you to all of you that pulled up to the Meta Beast roaming party last night. Really appreciate you guys. Um, Incredible event yesterday. Oh my god, I thought I collected like 71 names, 71 attendance. Maybe I should look at that OP badge as well, see how many people claim that badge. But it was a great night for sure at the Meta Beast rowing party yesterday, and really appreciate those that came in. Good morning, Mariana. Mew mew mew. I see my co-host is back. Hello, co-host. How we living?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Well, that okay. Can you hear me now? Sounded a little choppy, but maybe I'll need more
It's
words too.
I don't know. Is
That sounds
yes.
great.
How about you
Yes.
give me the launch codes? You
Okay,
don't have the
I
launch
heard
codes.
it give you the launch code. So yes, we must be good. We must be good. Sounds
Okay.
like a
Okay.
usual Canessa thing to
Perfect.
say.
Yeah, that or give me the donuts. I don't like one or the other.
hmm So I was just thanking everyone for pulling up to the Meta Beast roaming party last night. We had like about I don't know, or at least I collected 71 names. So that was pretty cool. We had the Mr. Cat varsity jacket release. Mr. Cat, for those that don't know, is the artist and yeah, the artist behind the Kid Called Beast original collection. Like he made all 10,000, I think it's 10,000 collection. He made all 10,000 beasts by hand. Um, and yeah, he's continuing to showcase his talents and through his own project called Mr. Cat and Fluffy, or maybe it's Mr. Cat and Friends. But highly encourage you check him out because he did an amazing job on this varsity jacket. Just look at the texture on this thing, like it's incredible. I'm probably hiding like the biggest texture draw or but like with my backpack, but like maybe I could put my back to Canessa and Canessa can look at my cat.
I had to drop out, and I think that was why, like, maybe
That is
why my connectivity was not good. So I'm not there to check it out, but I know if anybody does zoom in with that camera, the embroidery
Mhm.
on the back is out of control. So it's so very cool.
Damn it, Canessa, I need you to stare at my back.
Okay, well,
Mm. Okay, next time you're in
I'm gonna be
world, I'm
moving at
gonna
like 2 yeah, or 2 frames per second. I'll be like slow motion. That's how
yeah,
hotspots roll. But no,
but
that's a really nice jacket.
yes, and like to kind of learn that Mr. Cat didn't know like didn't use Blender. Um, so uh, shout outs to Rustan and Dr. Drip for helping Dr. Cat get or Mr. Cat get situated with Blender, and then from what I hear from there, he just picked it up and did the thing.
That's so cool. And is he gonna do some like, is he hanging out in Decentraland? Is he gonna do more? Is he gonna party with us? What's his next plan? Other than like, I know
Uh,
you said he has his project.
Mr. Cat has been at least for the Meta Beast rowing party. He's been pulling up. It feels like almost every week I see him there, like at least like an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. So yeah. As far as like project, not sure what the next leg of his journey is. Um, Hopefully, all this has inspired him to kind of want to do more with the Decentraland. Perhaps like, incorporate the Decentraland wearables or his work on the Decentraland to like with his other work. Um, Hmm.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. It's been like busy weeks seeing people put their workout on like, on open page and then with like other side. I feel like Dr. Bruston both did that. So his probably if I feel like it maybe I saw it on there like Mr. Cat, but maybe I'm just hallucinating and like getting my wires crossed. But really cool things happening for like avatars across all the platforms.
Trying to think if I've seen Mr. Cat. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he has a community in there. I thought I saw that Stony. Speaking of other page, I think Stony released some wearables on other page. Oh, open page.
Yeah, and I know open page, yeah. I know Rustan brought his beast in the other side, and that's just crazy. Like that's it looks so cool. So I mean, a win for them is a win for us. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's not good. Like eventually, there's gonna be ways that like it'll all work together, and it's so cool because actually, like Rustan put one of his avatar. Well, he put a bunch of avatars, but he called one his Decentraland avatar, and I was like, whoa, yeah, like that's cool. That is a skin that had to come from Decentraland because it's a Wonderbot, like Wonderbot design. So that's so cool to think that that's like a Decentraland native skin that you could call it that, like somewhere else. Like that's my Decentraland avatar, because really, if people started using that VRM export, which I believe you can still use if if you go into um, the old browser, I could be wrong, but I think it's still there. Um, yeah, like, that'd be cool. But I know that I know the process was not easy. Circumstances, but yeah, a lot of work for people.
So just a heads up. I think I understood, but you're sounding robotic. You're like, I know. And then something about Rustan. Started to drift there
Oh,
for a
bummer.
second.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
now you're back.
I'm on, I'm not at home, not on my regular Wi-Fi, so I might have to short today if it's like this a lot. So sorry.
Mew mew. Hello, Artista. I see you in chat. Oh, what up, JJ? JJ 64. Thank you very much for pulling up to the community building Decentraland X Space. Don't forget to claim your OP badge, guys. If it works, let's see. Yes, mine worked. It's claimed. Let's go.
Awesome. And those are good for 24 hours this time. So grab it.
Yeah, you have 24
And I'm listing
hours.
Mariana in that. Yeah, you have 20. It's like a name. You have 24 hours to mint it. And Mariana, hello. I hope you're doing well. I've missed you. You fight a good fight in the world. So we love you.
Yes, Mariana. We miss you. Okay. I think I should give some visuals on stream. I've been all boring and stuff today. Man, I ugh, I did not sleep much last night.
Oh no. Well, do you have coffee this morning? Sure, your coffee.
No. I like I woke up a
Well,
hot
there you
mess.
go. Could you please stop? I did
I think we lost you
too.
again.
Button taking. And
Not sure I caught any of that. Hmm. Okay. Initiating filling empty air protocol. What's up, chat? It's your boy, Sinful, and I'm back with another tip, another Decentraland tip. And this is the perfect timing because our boy Harambe has jumped in to the to the X chat. So good to see you, Harambe. And then now we have Greensifer coming up to speak. Yeah, chat, it's gonna be awesome today.
hey, chat. Can you hear me now?
Oh, what's up, chat? Welcome back.
Yeah, I've been listening the whole time. I just wanted to see what you would do.
I was giving perpendicular, I think that's a word, advice. Yes, I was giving all the good advice, sharing all the helpful tips on how to not get murked on our creators.
I thought you were trying to be like a KOL influencer, like talking to your room full of bots and a few people that you're hoping are your exit liquidity. But I didn't know.
Hey, hey, you gotta
And I
start
don't
the
know.
dream somewhere. You gotta start the dream somewhere.
Start it with buying about 50,000 bot followers, and you're good to go.
But Greensifer had come up to join us to speak.
Bro, I'm like, chat needs to come alive, right? Like, can't just be exit liquidity and bots around here, you know? But it's okay. Sometimes it's
Thank
good to be
you,
a bot.
for proving.
Yeah.
Thank you for proving that we aren't just bots. Because I was starting to wonder,
Yeah, bro, sometimes I wonder too. You know, like, you know what I think it is sometimes? You know, because, like, I hosted a couple spaces too, and I also started wondering the same thing. And you know what it is? People just get like so comfortable like listening, you know, because it's so much fun, you know, that you know they like to enjoy just listening sometimes, you know, or sometimes they're just in a place where they can't come up and talk, but usually it's just because they're having too much fun listening and they just don't want to talk instead, you know. But it's fun. It's fun, you know, because you never know what will come out of like just random conversations, right? Because you're not planning it, they're not planning it. You know, it's just brains interacting. Anything can happen.
Yeah, no. And to be clear, I was like poking fun at some of those big influencers who have like, I go into their spaces and they have like 200 people with like the same avatar, like Doginal Dogs, I think is one. And I'm like, who are you people? I don't see you anywhere else in crypto
I,
Twitter, but you're on this
bro,
space.
Canessa,
Like,
I can't believe this is how aligned me and you are. That like we literally have like nothing that we disagree on. Like I find that that's kind of sketchy. Canessa, we need to find something that we disagree on, dude. Like this is kind of scary sometimes. Cause so, what's your take on Doginal dogs? I almost threw up in my mouth as I said it.
I I was trying to understand them because like like I'll go into the spaces just to kind of get a feel of like what is, usually they're talking about web3 or NFTs or something, like, and it's always interesting to hear what, non-metaverse NFTs are like feeling about the environment because they're so different than, like Decentraland. Um and but I'm like, who, like, okay, what is this project? Like, it's really big, it's really popular, like, what am I missing? And then none of these people are in my circle because you can kind of see, like, if you go into a Web3 X space, they're like the same, the usual, like, they're the audience is getting smaller. So usually you're like, yeah, I know these people. But when you're in somewhere and you don't know anyone, you're like, wow, this is a totally different, it doesn't overlap with my circle. So that's, weird, step one. But then to have so many people like loving that project enough to rock the PFP, I don't know, I was just like, what is this project? So I started looking it up, and I don't know much about it other than that, but they seem like dedicated, like AK, like slash cultish. I don't know, or just like, if that's, yeah, like if it's the only thing that you're into, it's wild. Like all of us, we're wearing like, clone PFPs, like penguin, like, different ones. But then we're into like, Kid Called Beast, Decentraland. Some of us are into other things. And these people are like only drinking from one water bowl. So
Bro, that's
yeah, I don't
actually
know.
really
What
well said.
do you think? I don't.
You know, that's bro. I think, bro, that was insane. Like, see, that's why it's good to talk, right? Is I've never heard that analogy, and that sounds like literally on the hammer, dude. They all drink from the same water bowl. Damn, dude. That's true. So you know what my take is? Because there's like derivatives of doginal dogs, bro. There's like doginal cats and stuff like that, but essentially they're all the same. They're all the same. So so this is what they do. How they function is basically they run scams, right? And everybody gets scammed. The only people that don't get scammed um are books and barks, right? And like, you know, but yeah, so everybody gets scammed, and like, there's crumbs that other people get, right? And is basically just like free for all. And how everybody actually has a doginal dog PFP in the space is basically they will bully you, um or cancel you with their bot army that they have acquired over time, right? Because they've been doing this, and these guys, they pay too. Like, they'll pay you, so to keep you going, because they understand that incentives are key, right? So they'll pay you because they've scammed enough money to be able to afford to be, pay you. And so, yeah, that's why they're all wearing the same PFPs, because they've been bullied into realizing Stockholm syndrome. Um, that's what it is. And so basically, like, the derivatives of Dogecoin dogs, they took the same thing, and they just ran with it, and then they did the same thing, bro. I like, it's like it's kind of like sad, because like the artists that get
I
spotlighted,
think
um,
you're missing.
they they benefit from this, but it just ruins it for even the artists, dude. They can't even create more art anymore, if you think about it. And people just go, like, associate them with all this bullshit. But I don't know.
You make me
That's
want to like
wild. That's
start
pretty.
like
No, no, it's true though. It's true. I swear. So you know what these guys did? So basically, even me, bro, even me, I have had personal experience with them. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. I wouldn't say all this. I would not say all this. I wouldn't say any of this actually, if I didn't actually like see it for myself. So this is what they did. They're like, "Yo, get our badge, like and so we'll have your docs and everything." And so I'm like, "No," and so they're like, "Okay, we're gonna absolutely dismantle you," and yeah, that's what it is. But it like anybody can come to the conclusion if they actually do their own research, right? Like you don't have to rely on my analysis because I'm brainlet. What do I know?
That's wild. Just gonna test my mic because my mic kept doing weird things. Going, hear me?
I can hear you kind of. It's choppy.
So we heard most of it. It was like coming out the end of your sentence that it just started like chopping. But I think you're good for the most part.
Okay. Yeah, it's my mic keeps turning on and off. So
Oh yeah, so that
yeah,
must have been
bummer.
what happened. Yeah, that must have been what happened. Green was talking, and then I heard your voice in between. I was like, what?
Yeah, he cut out for me, but then he came back. So I was like,
Okay,
"Do you hear him?" I don't know.
yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm not on Wi-Fi today, and so I think it's being mean to me.
You're
Welcome
good,
back,
dude.
Christopher.
You're good, dude.
Well, welcome back, chat.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, dude. That's my take on Doginal Dogs, dude. Um,
Dude,
I was surprised that you guys have the same take, but I'm
you
not
you
really surprised. I'm not
you
really
make
surprised.
me okay, like the like investigative journalism on like I don't know, fucking CNN or whatever the fuck, like with uncovering the mysteries with Stephen Haynes or some shit like that. You make me want to like do something like that, but for like Web3 projects where I like come in as a noob, like, wow, I don't know anything, and then like get like initiated into the cult and bullied. And then like all of a sudden, boom! There's a documentary out about your shit, and
Bro, the irony is I was like this even like when I didn't know shit. That's the irony, bro. Cause like when I came into the cycle, bro, I swear to God, these guys are nothing. I'm at way, way more toxic people. I'm at like bro, I come like I went really hard on Genesis, right? Like you guys probably remember I was like super into Rovies. You guys remember Rovies? I hope you guys do. I still do. But
Vanessa remembers Rovies.
bro, yeah, dude. Like for me, like I got rugged on a lot of projects, but
They're so cool.
yeah, Rovies was like my happiest rug, dude. Like I would totally get rugged on Rovies again. I wouldn't mind it because I've been rugged dirtier all over Web3, and believe me, looking back, that was a good rug. In all honesty, but yeah, I forgot what I was saying. What was this?
Mm, we're talking about cults, documentaries.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that's it.
oh yeah, dude, oh yeah. So, bro, I was in Genesis, right? Super into Genesis, bro. That's where I ran into some of these founder miladies, bro. It was crazy, bro. I didn't know, bro. I didn't know. I was talking to them like my friends. I'm screaming at them. They're screaming at me. I didn't know nothing, bro. Bro, years later, bro, I'm like, bro, I was actually on some shit, bro. That's something that could actually go into some crazy ass documentary, bro. If I actually like look back at it, that's actually some crazy shit.
The milady stuff. Well, for those
I
that
was
don't
starting,
know,
yeah.
myself, like I only know very like I know like fragments of like milady's activities, like there which this one was I thought was kind of the best, and I still like to I still like to annoy Iggy Azalea with it, but like one lady was like in a call with Iggy Azalea and like her manager and someone that was trying to like advise them on how to get into Web3 and rug people. Um, that person like leaked the conversation, and yeah, started beefing with Iggy Azalea. So every time I see an Iggy Azalea post that's like shilling her like fucking ass coin or whatever the fuck, I like to drop that little tidbit of information into the comments section. But besides that, like I don't like maybe I've heard stuff. It's like, oh, bad people, but I don't have much context on the miladies.
Bro.
Vanessa, are you studied up on the miladies? I think Vanessa doesn't know miladies either.
I think she does,
No,
or
oh no,
maybe
no, no.
no. Wi-Fi maybe.
Oh,
That's
there she is.
another one. No, that's another one that like a lot of the big, like the speakers that are hosting these spaces will have, but then I'm like, I don't know, like it just, I don't know if I'm just too judgmental. I'm like, well, they're not bees, clone X's, or penguins, so I'm not really interested. But I'm like, you guys aren't as good as these projects, so maybe I'm also just too close-minded. Of like, can I wear my milady in world? No, okay, like I don't care. They Yeah, so it's funny to see people running around with PFPs that have like no utility, but the utility is like your ticket to the club that you don't even want to. So I don't know. I've yet to see like super correlation of why melodies are so desired. Because to me, like the utilities, what you guys all think too. Like we have to have like, I don't know, be able to wear our NFTs, our PFPs. But yeah, what do you think, Green Tipper? Miladies, are they, I don't know,
Bro,
good,
melodies.
bad, ugly?
Like I think it's super awesome that what you were just saying is like all these clubs, right? Bro, it's super important also to know like what these clubs represent, right? Because like think about it. What are melodies? What do they represent? And what is the ideology, right? They're inherently evil, dude. Like that's just true. I don't know what else to tell you. They say that themselves, right? Like my milady ideology is, we do what we can by any means necessary, right? And it's a mix of nihilism. It's a mix of nihilism, but it's actually like it's torture. It's like it comes from like it comes from a bad place. And even the miladies admit to it. They go like, yeah, like we are hurt, we are cancelled, and so like wow, like just aggression. Like, and then there's MFers. They go like, oh, we do what we want, right? It used to be in a good way. That used to be added to it, but I don't know. I don't hear anybody say that. All I hear them say is we do what we want, which is kind of very, very borderline close to miladies. I pointed it out too. I pointed this out. I'm like, what is the difference between MFers and miladies? If miladies do what they can by any means necessary, and what MFers do what they want, it's the same thing, right? With like just maybe like one hint that MFers might want to do good, right? But if they want to do bad, they do bad, right? So I'm just like, bro, it's very, very similar to milady if you think about it. Clone X, the ideology was basically create a revolution, right? Is basically like plant seeds and watch where they grow, like teach other people, learn from other people, right? Which is kind of same as Decentraland, where Decentraland says connect all worlds. But it's like for Pudgies is like love. Pudgies is just like, just huddle up, and we just warm each other. Which is why Pudgies is actually like so super awesome, right? Because that's like a club that is actually nice to be in, right? But Milady's kind of scary, bro. These guys are actually crazy, bro. They're actually crazy. Like, I'm not under exaggerating by any means.
uh, I guess in a
But I
in a
met good
way
ones.
I've enjoyed this little tidbit of NFT lore. Like you see the projects all around in Web3 and shit, and like yeah, to this point, sometimes I wonder. It's like, why do people still support these things? Like Vanessa said, they're just like running around with their pictures. They can't use their avatars or anything like that. Or
It's a
or
crime
have
syndicate.
access to files.
The utility essentially for them is their PFPs allow them to have access to financial crime, because what they do, bro, is they farm people. They farm people, right? So they create like a cult by bullying everybody to wear the same PFP or whatever, right? And then they'll launch tickers. And because everybody's in the same PFP and everything, anybody new coming in, or even the people that are in the community is new or that just haven't been scammed once or twice or 100 times yet, right? They'll ape. And so the crime syndicate continues to profit. And because they continue to profit, they're able to like prolongate this process. And that's why we have scammers. We have like actual chronic scammers, bro, that have found a way to make their scam work long term and make it become sustainable. Because what they do is they just end up buying their own supply of their own scam, and the scam goes on forever. They make all the accounts, and then they hire more bots, and then they keep going.
Sounds like a lot of work for not a lot of like
They made
payout.
millions. They took out
Oh,
millions
they've made
doing
millions.
this.
Never mind. They've made millions. Okay, never mind. I was wrong.
But imagine who lost those millions. It was us. We were the ones losing those millions. We gave them those millions. Not us, because we
Nope,
never
not
bought
me.
those accounts.
I only aped my attendees into Penguin Fight Club and what else, Rug? Let's see. Luckily, Canessa aped in for me for Vipes, so Canessa kept me safe there on a huge heartache. Can't say about her heartache, but my heart was preserved.
Bro, I don't know how
Um,
Canessa even I feel for her heart, bro. Canessa's been through some actual rugs, bro. Fuck. Fuck, dude.
there we go. There's my partner in crime coming back up.
Okay,
We were,
okay. Hopefully this works.
yes, you sound very nice.
Well,
Did you like pull up to the studio and start rapping?
no, I paid $10 a day for Wi-Fi at the hotel I'm at. So there. Hopefully this is better because the
Bro,
bar.
that's
Oh,
crazy. $10 a day? That's wild. These guys are
so,
robbing.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it's a lot better though. It's a lot better.
yeah, yeah. You guys goaded me. You pressured me. But I don't. Nobody wants to sit here all day and hear me like try to connect. That's just it's bad. That's so bad.
We're like the we're just being channeling our inner miladies and trying to pump the next scam.
I
The
heard
next
you say
ticker.
Vipe. I still Vipes. Vipes were such a cool idea. Like, why the heck? Yeah. How do we get the Vipes back? I mean, like, come on, that was ridiculous.
I mean, with how easy it all, or with how quick it all went away after it all being so good, I don't know. I don't know. There. Maybe there needs to be like a new position opened up within the team that's like treasury manager or something.
Yeah, I feel like our Vipes funded a nice vacation for the team that I don't know, but I think it is also like, all this talk about NFTs and the different ones and what do they mean? Like, I think we do have to be careful, like, because the closer that we all are, like, after years of being together, like, we have the potential to encourage each other, like, accidentally to get into projects that could, end up rugging. Like, always not financial advice and stuff. But, like, man, when you see your friends get when I saw Make talk about Beast and then Doc got one and then the next person got one, and it was like, it's like, oh, it comes down to basic human behaviorism. Like, you want to belong, or like you're just like, yeah, everybody's getting one, I'll get one too. And that's how Vipes went. And like, now I'm like, oh man, the next project that comes in that everybody's buying up, like, I don't know, are we gonna resist, or are we gonna be like easy sell? Like, are we gonna be
Easy sell. Easy sell.
yeah.
Believe me, 100%. I know myself.
No.
I am literally the easiest sell ever because I used to do sales. So when I see somebody trying to sell, I will actually focus on their techniques. And if I like their techniques, I don't even care about the product. I will buy it because I'm that easy of a sale. Because I just need to like you as a salesman, um, and so I'll buy anything. But I would say like most of the people here are also same. Except for maybe like Harambe and Alan. Those guys are skeptics, but they'll still buy. That's what I noticed. Those guys will still buy. They'll just be like, for a little bit, but they'll still buy. Um, so I would say this crowd is very easy. But I think you raised a very, very good point, Kanasa. It's like, obviously like friends want to buy, like, what other friends want that like buy, right? Because it's the feeling of belonging. I completely agree. But so it's like, bro, it's such a, it's actually a burden, bro, and the responsibility of the person actually talking, right? Because it's like, yo, if I get rugged, all my friends are gonna be poor, and then they'll hate me. But even if they don't hate you, like they'll still be poor, bro. So you can't be wrong, like So the burden is real. The burden is real. But it's like if everybody collectively does research together and actually like speaks about it and actually gives their honest take, then honestly the projects that we come across will be like top tier, because everybody like in this room I've talked to, most people I've talked to actually, right? So like if there's projects that come up, everybody has their own take, bro. They'd be like, yo, these are the pros, these are the cons, right? And at least the people that we know, we can trust their opinions to be like, okay, you're probably telling the true opinion that you have, rather than like some paid chill somebody's trying to get you to like rinse us food, you know but yeah, the responsibility is kind of crazy, Knessa. Like, I hope you're doing okay, dude. I hope you're doing okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's an interesting way to think about it because there are so many different projects that if somebody sees it, I'll be like, well, like with clone, like I don't have a clone, but I have been shopping for literally like 3 years, looking at the ones that come up, and I'm like, yeah, and just someday I'll join the club. But I'm always like asking, like, okay, what do you think? Is this like a good, like you're rocking it, like you must love it. What is it that you're
Nah,
seeing
nah,
about it? And like,
nah. Kanessa, I love you more than like anybody in Web3. There's a fact. There's a fact. Not one person, bro, above Kanessa. I tell you this right now. I tell you this, bro. Like, cheap thrills are the best thrills. Cheap thrills are the best thrills because you get to enjoy the same pleasure for cheap. So like, what do you like about Clonexes? Do you like that they're 3D? Is that it?
I like the hairstyle like of some of them, and then yeah, like the 3D assets that you can have, and yeah, I guess the community, but like those kind of things right there, like using it as IP. Like I love IP. That's why I have a ping. Like I'm all about the IP. So that's why I haven't gotten one yet, because like it was definitely scary when they got sold, and then it's like, okay, goodbye. And then the exit, or like the entrance price, was so realistically affordable, but I didn't see one that I wanted. But then when it went up, now I'm probably completely suffering from FOMO and like shoulda bought, but I still haven't, because I still haven't seen one that I want. And I have not regretted getting a Pudgy, even when they went up like 3 times what I paid for it, and now they've come all the way back down. Rode that one round trip. Um, yeah, so it's funny. It's a really interesting thing to see what makes people buy the one they've got and then like stick with it. Because I love like the huddle. The huddle is the huddle is real. I don't know if it's my timeline or what, but the huddle is real.
Yeah, bro, I'd never even had a Pudgy asset. I went into the Penguin Huddle in Discord, and I was talking to Luca. Bro, this guy is real, bro. This Luca Nets is actually a real guy, bro. I was talking to him. I'm telling you, bro, I had nothing. And this is actually a long time ago. This is not even recent. This is like way before Penguins blew up. But they were still blown up. They were still blown up to a point where Luca is on Spotlight. So he had no business in like talking or being in a Discord huddle every single week. But he was there enough for the one time I went there. he was there, and I talked to him, and he helped me, bro. He actually helped me. He's like, bro, focus on your shit, bro. These guys are haters. I'm like, yo, real one.
Oh,
Good. Like,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
penguins are cool. Penguins are cool, but Canessa, like cheap thrills, right? Cheap thrills. I'm telling you that's where I feel like NFTs are literally the best, because if we have like literally been here every day for this entire cycle, right? If we don't deserve bottoms, who does, right? So it's like identifying those key metrics, because I know for me personally, what I'm looking for is I want 3D, because I want I want things that I can use in Decentraland, bro. That's why I'm even buying any JPEGs, bro. Like, I don't know about you guys, bro, but like that's the only reason, because I'm trying to buy assets and things that I can basically make my land like good with, and I can like build out things with it, bro. Like even the clone, bro. The clones is like, I'm gonna make like some figurines or some like characters. It's way easier than like building it myself, right? But yeah, that was my thesis the whole time, right? Like that's why I was buying Rovies and stuff like that. You guys remember, right? But that's why I got into Genesis too, because Genesis was just 3D avatars created in Houdini, right? Um, but yeah, I would say cheap thrills, bros. Cheap thrills. Like I still buy Genesis, because they're like 50, $60, and they're like 3D avatars. They have a LLM inside of them that generates like one of one art, and it is one of the two Houdini projects on the blockchain, on Ethereum blockchain as a full project. The other one is by Refik Anadol, right? And that made it to the World Economic Forum, and this is the second one. So for like $60, I buy it all the time. I still buy it. I have like 400, like CBD's all Decentraland's obviously covered for Genesis. Like, I probably have enough to give everybody like multiple, bro. I'm telling you, is like, yeah, and I still buy them, right? Because they're so awesome, and it's like for 50, $60, I don't care, bro. I get a 3D model, I get a LLM, I get a art engine, and I get so much art that I can just put across my land, you know? So for me, it's a good deal.
That is awesome, and I think we probably all see like asset acquisition different in here because we can use the 3D models, and I've always wanted to be like create a group that would buy like, or I don't know, just like, well, I need another reason to buy more stuff that I don't need, and but like, wouldn't it be cool if we had a data bank of like 3D assets that everybody could use? And that's kind of why I bought the Bit Beast in the mug, excuse me. And then like Miguel made a cool asset on his land for it. I made the emote, and I was like, here, use this IP. Like, this is open IP. If anybody wants to use that, do it. But like, wouldn't that be cool if we had like a Clonex Animus pack, like in there that was very specific? Like, you guys can use this for like these purposes, but then like make cool shit in the game. Like, what if, like, Animus is such a cool project too. Like, what if we had I don't know, like a game where everybody's Animus was there? Like, if you don't know, like, Clonex it's like a side, like a derivative, I think, of it, but it's like little cool Pokemon looking animals. And I'm always shopping for them. Haven't gotten one, but I think it would be so cool if we had like I don't know, like a catalog of assets that people could use, and they could go through and be like, yeah, this one would look so cool on my land, and then like, yeah, find different things to do with it.
I did that once. So I did that for Genesis. What we had was basically we had a database of all the 16K renders, because the 16K renders were like gate kept, right? Token gated by the NFT. So only the person with the NFT can have access to the 3D files and the renders, right? The 16K quality renders. So what we did was we had a database, bro, and it was super cool. We could just have like a Google Drive or something, but Decentraland's even better, bro. Decentraland, you could just upload the assets,
Ooh, maybe have them on a parcel of land. Oh gosh, you know what? We'd have them in cages on a parcel of land that you could go through and like shop for the beast or the asset that you want to use, and then like have really clear like make it very clear of like what you can do with this. Because if somebody takes your IP and like goes and like, sells a bunch of shit on their own, that would obviously be like a little funky. But like if somebody had that and they're like, yeah, you can use this asset, like I'd have a little, critter over by the OP badge, like jumping up and down, and like you could, use it from there. Like, and I think that's the future, like 3D assets that you can borrow, and then also, the little characters. I think especially as like rigging and animating gets to be easier, people are going to want to have like AI agents or final bosses on their scenes so that you can interact with them. But really, I just need an excuse to buy more stuff that I don't need.
Yeah, cheap thrills, bro. Cheap thrills. I'm telling you.
Cheap thrills.
Yeah. So try to find projects that are sub $100. Like at the very most, like even $100, you're spending like a baller, brother. Like 50-60 bucks is like what you should be like looking for ideal JPEG. Because think about it. The opportunity cost is too great, because for $100 you could just buy another parcel in Decentraland. So why would you spend more than $100 for an asset for your land that is worth $100? Me personally, I would just DCA the land. If it's more than $100 or but like, yeah.
I say why even buy any JPEGs at all when they're, or at least for me, there's still 89,900 parcels for me to try to buy.
King,
Well,
that's
parcels
king.
are $63. Yesterday was the floor, $63.
Bro, I'm telling you, anybody buying Decentraland land right now will actually like be actually very, very good, bro. Like, I don't even care, bro. I don't care, bro. Send this shit to zero, bro. I still be buying, bro. I was buying Rovies, bro. Okay, you guys nobody can tell me that I will stop buying, bro. I still buy Genesis, bro. I'm telling you, if these guys ever try to send Decentraland to zero, bro, I'm telling you, it's actually like takeover time, bro. But they won't.
So,
They won't be that nice.
so speaking of land being cheap, what's up with this Etheria land that is on sale?
I know. I was wondering about that. Like, I mean, it must be land, not deeds. Right?
Yes. No, this is like actual land. But like, what I'm wondering is and out of all people that hold it, is I want your land. Like, I don't know. I I don't know if maybe someone got compromised or something, because like I'm seeing it right here from like mint day 7 years ago, from null address to uh address that ends in 1ED. Then 1ED transfers it to a wallet. Oh, this is the Decentraland holding wallet, 63 64th.
I want to say I know who 1ED is, but I could be wrong, so I don't want to say it out loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to say the same too, but
Voldemort.
but then they transfer it to the land or the account that turns your thing into an estate. I think that's the wallet. Or actually, no, this is the Neon District Blockade Legacy. No, this is the Etheria wallet. So that's 7 years ago. But then 3 days ago, that wallet that holds the Ethereum land, I'm guessing, sends it to a different wallet, and then that different wallet sends it to I Want Your Land, or sells it to I Want Your Land. I don't know. Who ruggin?
Bro, I'm happy. Somebody has to sell for us to be able to buy, bro. I'm telling you. I was
Hell
looking
no,
at
I ain't buying that land.
bro, how much is it? What is it? How much parcels?
I mean, I see a nice little charcuterie spread here. I can tell you exactly how many, but there are some.
I was looking at the estates yesterday, bro, and bro, there's not even that many listings. There's literally not even that many listings for land on the Decentraland website. I wasn't looking at OpenSea. Um, I don't know what the metrics are like on OpenSea, but I was actually looking at on the Decentraland websites. Bro, there's like 300 listings, bro. Less than 300 listings out of the 100,000 parcels we have. That's insane. That's literally insane. That's basically showing that the people that have the land, they're not selling, but the few that are capitulating under the, the prolongated bear market, bro. That's the final like few little parcels, bro. That's what's getting like cheated, bro. Other than that, bro, is nothing. Is nothing. I'm telling you, bro. This Decentraland, it can't go lower, bro. It literally can't go lower. We're already at a really good inflection point for the voting power compared to mana. So right now, like you're looking at parcels, right? Even on the website, it's like $600, right, for a parcel, or 600 mana for a parcel. Comes with 2,000 VP, right? Comes with 2,000 VP, bro. Think about that.
Dude, I am confident and bullish, but sometimes I wish I was like your level.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
because
I like
because like listening to you makes it sound like there is nothing that can possibly go wrong when there
what could
is
go wrong? Tell me.
everything when there's everything that could go wrong.
Like
You're
what?
like,
What goes wrong?
I don't fucking know. Maybe the Decentraland Foundation decides, like, you know what? We decided to not want to do this anymore. We're just gonna take the rest of the funds and fuck off with
Then
them.
you know what? Then
That's
then
fair.
then the Regenesis Labs is like, all right, here we'll keep going with the mobile clients that we created. So, I mean, it's kind of nice to have
and
two cooks in the kitchen in that regard.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, then we won't have any. Let's see, websites, any desktop client anymore, probably. But we still have mobile, so I guess that's cool and all. And
But
that
you
and
know,
that's all. And even, I mean, even the DAO over there has their own set of issues that need to be solved within a time limit or before it all gets fucked too. Um,
But I
so
guess I'm like thinking, what is the reality of Foundation just being able to shut down right now and like peace out with all of the
think about
the
all the
income? Like,
code. Think about all
yeah,
the code that's been committed to the repository, bro. Like
okay, yeah,
even
but think about all the man hours that it takes to apply all that code, and will anyone just want to do it? And if that one person does do it, it's not going to be fast enough for any other person because they're not a team studio, blah blah blah. So it'll just be like one person trying to, like, I don't know, build a square somewhere on Decentraland, try to add a new feature, one feature a year or something.
you sound like I'm surprised. Actually, you sound really like bearish.
no. He doesn't sound bearish.
No,
You know
no,
what he sounds like?
no, no,
He
no.
sounds like he's been through it, and I respect
I,
that because he has been through it,
I,
dude. He's
I,
been on the
I've
front
seen
lines.
too much shit
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
this
yeah.
space. You, in all honesty, like sometimes you just have to be real and like it's like, yes, I love this project. I think it's the best, but I'm not gonna put my entire life on this one.
Have you
I
have you seen your wallet lately, sir?
My wallet also holds a beast. Uh, but
Because you're saying one thing, but your actions show you a different.
See, he
I
wants
mean,
to
well, I
make the
mean,
good entries. That's what it
so
is.
so
He's
I
funding
mean,
us, guys.
like what? All my land probably costs like around $7,000 in total
Brother, that land,
through all
somebody,
the.
bro.
So like I don't know.
Bro, I talked to Pepe God like 2 days ago, bro. I was talking to Pepe, and I'm like, "Yo, Pepe, bro, I just bought a land, bro. I bought like some land. I'm Pepe's neighbor now. Let's go." But
Nice.
yeah, so I was telling Pepe, I'm like, "Yo, bro, Pepe, I was thinking about you as I was clicking the buy button. I'm like, bro, Pepe got paid like 200 grand for 16 parcels, bro. Now I'm getting more than that for fucking dirt. I'm like, yo, I'm crazy if I don't buy now, right?" And bro, I'm telling you, Sinful, I am not looking at these parcels at the price that I'm paying for them, bro. I'm looking at them as how I wanted to pay for them back when I actually like needed land, bro. Bro, I remember, like me, Alan, Pepe, we would be like 24/7, bro. These guys were trying to get me to buy land too, and I wanted land so bad, bro. I wanted land so bad. But it was like 10 grand, bro, for one parcel, bro. You know, and I would have still bought it, bro. You know, just to
Yeah,
like host my rovies, bro. But bro, it feels so much better to buy like so much more for like so much cheaper, bro. You know,
I,
cause
I
like I don't really
I
care.
think you're preaching to the choir though, because like I agree. I mean, I was right there with you, when looking at land at 10,000 mana when mana was like fucking $5 a piece. Like I get it, and I'm most definitely taking advantage of what's happening now, like with all these land prices going down. But like sometimes we have to be realistic about the message we let out there about like it's like yes, we bought this land, it's cheap now, but only because we have this land and it's cheap doesn't mean we should be maybe like saying that it's going to pump to $1 million, so that other people can buy in or whatever the fuck. It's like we're here for our own reasons. Like why do I buy land? I want to
Yeah,
let my friends build on it. I wanted to be available for whoever wants to build can build.
but I
I,
just want to buy land to save Decentraland. That's why I buy land right now. Cause I want to save Decentraland. Cause these guys trying to kill Decentraland, and I'm fighting against that. Cause I love Decentraland. So like that's why I buy land. Like obviously, like if I build in Decentraland, that helps me save Decentraland even more, right? But primarily, I'm just trying to save Decentraland because these guys would try to kill it, bro, and I will not let that happen, bro.
you know what, Greensifer? I think Decentraland, it's not a place, it's an idea. I think each one of us were here for different reasons, but I think absolutely, like you can turn off the machine, but I don't know if you can, like you can kill a man, but you can't kill an idea, yeah, or a woman, but you know,
No, I know what you mean.
like I think I recently bought a parcel of land that I sold in November 2021, and I bought it back, and I gotta admit, I seeing my name on there that I like bought it in 2019, sold it in 2021, and then I bought it in 2026. It's like this is suddenly becomes a real special parcel. Just one little parcel of land. I remember the people
Sounds
that
like a
bought it.
good
They were,
investment.
oh my god, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I believe in people over projects, and I don't know. I'm still bullish, and then, but I think we all have been here at different times. Like I've got reasons to be bullish. Like I wanted to like sell all my land because it was like, I don't know, like Vanna. Yeah, like I don't even remember what it was, but it was like 10 cents. I was like, this is going nowhere. This is like such a bad project. And what if I would have, because like I wasn't seeing big enough. I wasn't seeing the big enough picture. And if a metaverse kind of like boom brought people in 2021 and brought enough people in that some of the people stayed and built, and think about what we actually were like excited about back then. We were like excited about live music and some pretty basic scenes and green walls and dead mall. Like we didn't have that much. Genesis Plaza was pretty bare bones, and compared to what we have now, like Genesis Plaza's been rebuilt, we got gifting, we got the ability to have communities. Like you can bring your outside community here and like build it up and create like a following through here. Like we just have so much more going on. And I don't know, I'll come back to like the fact of like the founders could have sold, they could have sold at the top and pieced out, and then like go pursue. They could have been like Ari, right? Like
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
get out of the project, go build your own shit. And for the most, I mean, I don't know if Manu was as invested as the other two, but like they didn't. They're here. I mean, the fact that Yamel's still here
Meh.
building, like,
Oh yes, I mean yes.
and I don't know. I mean, I've gotten the chance to, actually spend time with them more than, well, I think more than most people here, like, and that matters to me. Like the fact that I could tell Yamel, like, hey, I want to put another sun in the sky, uh, because like there should be a sun in the sky, and then the next time I see him, he's like, I put a sun in the sky for you. And I'm like, what the hell? I can't do that in Fortnite or Roblox or Minecraft. I'm just like I'm a nobody. Like, but the fact that here you can actually change the platform, and build your brand and build your dream. It's just, I am still buying land. I'm still buying stuff. I'm bullish. I should sell some wearables. I should like clean my closet out. So if you see me sell wearables, it's probably just because like I have too many. But apart from that, like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't here. Like, well, I'd probably be like getting exercise and being physically fit and shit. But I don't know, man. This place is
Never ever
special.
leave the metaverse, Canessa.
I have no intention of leaving the
Let's go.
metaverse.
I'm telling you, like, like, I don't think this place would be the same. It would probably still keep going, but it would not be the same, bro. It would not be the same. Never ever leave.
No, well, every one of you guys. I mean, it's nothing without the people. Like that's our real magic sauce. Is the people that like everybody brings their own brand of crazy, or like your passion. Like Alan bringing pennies here. I mean, that's such a niche, cool thing that is like, yeah, let's go. Like other people can bring their stuff, and yeah, I don't
Have
know.
you
I think
seen
it's beautiful.
Have you seen Alan's bucket wearable yet?
Yeah, I want that, but he doesn't have it on the marketplace. I wanted to buy it. Or like, yeah, the barrel.
The barrel. My bad, the barrel.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Because I was gonna say I wanted to make like something that he could fall off a waterfall, and I did notice old guy came up a while ago to speak, and so probably I could segue into maybe we could turn that into a game, but it wouldn't really make sense for winter to have like a barrel rolling off a waterfall. But how about that? How about that transition, guys, into Decentraland Community Winterfest games coming up right around the corner? Have you? Are you gonna make something for it, Green Silver?
Bro, okay, this is a great question and a segue. So Vanessa, I was trying to download the Decentraland client. You guys remember? Um, I don't know what happened. So, like, nobody else is having this problem, right? And only me, right? Because that would actually be the best case scenario. Because that would just mean my computer just needs replacing, and I need to get a Windows because Macs don't work. I guess.
There's a lot of people that do use the Macs. I believe. I mean, I know some of our good friends do. Were they able to help you at all with that? I think you had a help desk ticket.
Bro, so these I remember this even sent a link, right? But it turned out to be the same link as on the actual website, and when I downloaded it, it was a outdated Decentraland, and so I was like, maybe they haven't updated it, and everybody's just running on the old one, and that's why it works for them or something. But because like when I opened it, it wouldn't even open, and then I'd like tried like asking Claude and stuff. I'm like, yo Claude, why is it not working? Some permission stuff. So Claude made me do some stuff, and honestly now my computer doesn't work, but that's okay, so I was just curious. I was like, for everybody else it's working, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay. Moon. That's bullish. That's
I
bullish.
think so. There's been a new era that's like you get this little blue pop up that looks, it's like different UI than we usually see. And a lot of people have gotten that lately. I have not gotten it today, but that one is a known bug too. Make just came up. I don't know. Make, maybe you can, hopefully you're coming up to shed some light on it, maybe?
Yep, real quick because I gotta dig out. We were supposed to go take my mother-in-law to get some dim sum this morning, and we got pounded in on the East Coast. We're buried. Anyway, GM y'all, there does seem to be a problem. Greensfur, I use 2 Max, and the Intel is once again like just telling me to update. It took me a bunch of tries. Essentially they made a patch a couple months ago because Intel's got killed off, and they brought it back through like a sub outdated kind of legacy version. something's going on because even today, like it took me a couple tries yesterday and it worked, but today I can't get on that computer at all. So I think whatever they did, to kind of skirt the legacy version is currently not working so good. Other than that, oh geez, what a night. I love you guys. Let me get the snow.
Let's go, dude. Let's go, Mick. So that's bullish. That's bullish, right? So if it's just my computer, then yeah, who cares? Who cares?
I
Just get
don't
a new
I don't
computer.
know that it's just your computer. I think Intel's right now they're trying to push an update for Intel specific. So my guess is you've probably had that computer a while, because I'm facing pretty much the same issue.
Yeah, yeah. So just get a new computer and issue resolved, right?
Okay, you could send me one too, and
I
maybe
got
if
you,
you
Mick.
could send me a snowblower, would be super
Bro,
useful.
bro, I straight up, I'm from Canada, mate. I'm from -50 Celsius, mate. So, bro, I literally just grabbed a brand new the snow. It's not really a snow blower. It's like some weird thing, bro. But it throws snow. It's sick. It's sick. It's gonna make my life so much better.
I just have like this huge shovel like it's like the biggest shovel ever. It's like a huge plow. I'm essentially a snow plow, but myself. I'll be right back because there is so much to talk about. But I did want to say there something is not going well with Max right now, and definitely with the Intels, we're back to that same issue.
No, moon. That's actually really, really bullish. Cause I had a feeling it was my computer and not Decentraland because everybody was having fun, and I'm like, yo, why does mine not work? And so that's very, very relieving, bro. Cause I could totally just replace the computer, bro. That's fine.
So, thank you, Make, for coming up and shedding some light on that. Ah, man, I hope they fix the Intel Max sooner rather than later. And we were halfway through segueing into old guy and community music or community Winterfest games before we kind of took a detour. So I'm gonna bring in old guy if you are there. Welcome, old guy. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
Thank you for patiently waiting in line.
Oh,
With your DMV ticket.
hey,
Your your.
I'm building right now. I don't know what the rest of you are doing. If you're just drinking coffee and sipping on coffee, but I've got 3 computers in front of me and I'm building. So I've got lots of patience when it comes to this. So no problem. I did. Anybody that is involved, I did. Kanessa, you're gonna laugh at this. I took what you said the other night when we were doing the run around, and I took a look and I went, oh, you know what? I never checked the normals on the logo. So there is a new logo in there with new normals, and it probably won't disappear if you use that one, Kanessa.
Whoa.
I
Okay,
had the
cool.
normals backwards. I didn't even think about it once I made it a GLB. I just was like, okay, download it, boom, it's in there. And I never even thought to flip on the normal switch to see if the normals were right. So that's probably why it disappears.
I'm gonna make like a sticker or like a T-shirt. It says "Check your normals"
Well,
because I've done that so many
I'm
times
never
too.
normal, so I wouldn't expect that to be normal. So that's all right.
I
But yeah, the
know.
map is filling up. The map is filling up. I haven't gotten the new one in there yet today. But yeah, I just wanted to come up and say anybody that is interested, please reach out. Pick a date. We want to showcase your place. Give you a day to kind of show off what you built. I know there's several people that said they were building and that I still haven't heard back from. So, let me know.
Hmm. Let them know. Let them know.
Let me know. Yes.
There's
I'm
been
not.
a lot of
I'm not
people.
even going to tell you what I'm building because I've started 4 projects. I am now on my 5th.
Jeez, old guy, come on.
And I
What?
can't decide which one I want to do. So yes, I'm not even gonna. I'm not. I guess you will find out the day of the event. That's what I'm thinking on the 6th, because then maybe I'll have more than one. But right now, yes, I'm on my 5th one right now. But
That just don't burn yourself out. That sounds like a lot. That sounds like a little bit of a lot, but
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to complete all 5 of them. I'm just saying I keep
you're gonna
starting
start
one
them.
and going, well, what if I were to do this instead? And I go on to the next. Well, what if I were to do this instead? And I go on to the next. So, yes, I mean, I've got 5 of them. None of them are complete. Not even close. But there are 5 started with main portions of the build done. And then I'm like, okay. So we'll see. We'll see where I end up through all this.
I mean, that's all you can do. It's been fun just to like jump in full, as I said in the post, full send till February, just going
Yep.
going 100%. And if anybody's listening and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about, or I've heard of it, what is it? Old guy had the idea to create pretty much 2 weeks full of winter themed experiences. They could be games, they could be entertainment, they could be just mini little activities to do. And it's last night was crazy, old guy, how many people were like, put me down for the 25th, put me down for the 24th, I'll take the 13th. And like,
Yes, I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people doing it. I think it's a really good idea, like as we're coming into 2026. We had the hackathon last year that was a contest and with prize money. I think there's going to be more opportunities in 2026 probably through Regenesis Labs and through Foundation to get paid opportunities. I'm just thinking like the festival trail for Christmas, and then I think Halloween Foundation did something. But like if you have some things in your portfolio to share like with those entities, like, hey, I can do this, I think you'll have a better chance of getting paid opportunities. And everybody's always asking like, how do I make money here? And like, what do you say other than just like, you work hard and you learn how to use the things like Blender and Cursor and AI. And so I think for that reason, I hope people do it just to like have it be like a stepping stone for their portfolio for the rest of the year. Like I want to see somebody who's building something for Winterfest for the first time that by the end of the year they're like bringing home prize money in some kind of like contest or like foundation thing. That would be so cool if we saw that full circle come through.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. That's kind of what this is kind of about, right? People learning along the way. I can remember my first little go around with it, and I was like, oh man, I'll never learn this. But I can tell you right now, I'm well over 20 builds on the year. Been started a year and a half ago. Not saying they're the best builds in the world, but it's something on the land. It's something I can do. I have an event and I move on. So anybody can do this if I can.
Old guy.
Even you.
Now, like looking back in the day at like how many attendees you would throw at like a build, like just getting one build done. Moving forward to like you getting the skills, learning it, and making 20 builds. Have you made a mental estimate on how much you have saved by simply switching to Blender?
Well, have I added it up? No. I can tell you I was in the thousands of dollars with my first parcel and my first build. That was a 1x1. So if you add that up by every build that I've created, and let's say I had to pay somebody to do all those builds, just a rough estimate, maybe 50, 60,000, I'd say. Yeah, maybe not that. Maybe not that high. Maybe 40,000.
You have saved yourself. Yeah, I mean it's a good range, like 30 to $50,000 by simply switching to Blender.
Yep. And anybody. Go ahead.
I thought you were going to say by simply switching to Geico. So
that's in my IRL work life. I do sell the little lizards insurance.
No way, actually, that's crazy.
I didn't know.
Yes, I sell the little lizards insurance. I sell Flo's insurance. You guys know Flo, right? No?
Nah, I know the little lizard.
Flo from Progressive.
So you're basically Jake from State Farm.
No, sadly, I don't sell any Jake from State Farm.
Do
We
you
want to
wear
sell some.
okay? Do you wear khakis at work?
You know, the funniest thing is that like I find myself wearing khakis and a red shirt more often than not at work. Oh God.
We're just gonna like delete that part of our brain. We're just gonna like mind sweep that part.
I'm Neil from State Farm. But okay, we digress. Okay, so let's see. From the last updates that we received for on Toxic Tuesday or WTF Decentraland on Tuesday, have there been any new developments or any announcements that you'd like everyone to keep an eye out for?
As far as the event you're talking about,
Yes.
no. Other than nothing at this point that nothing at this point that can be our hard say. But what I can tell you is we have a lot of people that are now interested. So it should be a really fun event to do. If anybody wants to still be involved, there's plenty of time. We were talking the other night. You don't have to drop it on the 6th if you don't want to. If your build's going to take you a little longer to do, just get on the calendar. That's the main thing. Just get on the calendar so that we can support you and let people know that you are doing something for Winterfest. But yeah, truly, pretty much everything we said the other night is kind of where we're at right now until we get a head count of everybody who's going to participate. So
I see. And I know I'm pestering you guys about this, but there's a method to my madness. Have you spoken with Josh?
just through messages. I mean,
Okay, so you have contacted him after he said that he was interested. Okay, cool.
well, it's in the group chat. Yeah, I mean, let me see.
Like, I mean, if you're referring to the thread in the community building Decentraland Discord, that his message of him saying he was interested seemed to have been ignored.
What are you talking about? No. In fact, I gave him.
Oh no, that's community priorities. We have so many channels. Oh my
No,
God.
let us know. His name is right here. So, I mean, I guess I can reach out to him personally if that's what he needs, but his name's right here for the calendar. Let us know what date you want. So,
Like I don't know what that means because like his message, let me look for it. He was just saying that he has some stuff that he like assets that he could deploy onto Decentraland and stuff like that. I don't know if it's necessarily an event to be on a calendar for. Let's see. Super interested in the Winterfest as a springboard to start hopping in and building on Decentraland. I've got a ski/snowboard downhill game/assets, about 75% completion. Was planning for spatial, but maybe could be a good fit for here. Reading over other messages to get more context. LFG. And then like after that, I didn't see anyone like really say anything to him. Everyone's like huddled up. Like the one person was like pool and then came back in.
well, let's take care of that right now.
Just want to make sure we're all included, especially someone as talented as him. What up, Make? Welcome back.
I need a break. Fucking heavy ass snow. Um, I just have a quick question. When transaction and I'm diverting a little bit from the conversation, but I cannot wait to get my snow boots on for Winterfest. Um, if a transaction in this like in the website, if you're sending somebody like a wearable and the transaction gets reverted, is there any way to see who a person is that got the transaction reverted? It's fucking drive me up the wazoo.
Can you say that? Can you say that
So
again?
basically, like if you're sending out a wearable to someone, and when we do it in bunches, and then a transaction got rejected, for whatever reason. Is there a way to see? It's not showing up on mine.
I would just
Maybe.
go look through the owners and
Oh
compare,
man.
like look sequentially, look at like what order the address was, and then you'll see like which address was missing right there.
Oh geez. Okay. Sorry to derail, but I didn't want to forget.
Mew mew.
Yeah, maybe people have a better way of doing it, but that's the best, I don't know, tedious way to do it.
And I'm just seeing that Silly Girl popped into the space. I'm trying to think if I saw Silly Girl on Decentraland a little earlier. I saw her name pop in. Welcome, Silly Girl. Jedi Metatron, great to see you. I see. I don't know if you're still here in world, but I did see you pop in earlier. Oh, is that it? No, that's Mean Green Doge. And what up, Bitcoin? Welcome, welcome. Every time I'm looking down, I'm seeing a new name to say hello to. Looks like we have a new listener as well, Russ Frankie. Welcome, Russ Frankie. This is our weekly community building Decentraland X Space. We're just basically um, a bunch of peeps, penguins, mews, clones, and many more that much more that just gather here on a platform called Decentraland. It is the first metaverse platform built on the Ethereum blockchain. Um, you may know it, or a lot of people may know it for the fact that in the past it's been mistaken for Meta. Whenever Meta made their announcement to change their name from Facebook to Meta and announced their whole metaverse department, everyone thought the Decentraland was Meta. Little did they know that the Decentraland is better. Um, so, I mean, I guess I did have a question to pose though. Just off of news that came from Meta this past week, but I don't think we've concluded our Winterfest Games conversation, or have we?
There's a pin at the top just to give a little sneak peek. I know somebody mentioned ice skating multiple times, so check that out. See what maybe is on the way. And otherwise, yeah, like if you want to build, reach out. Let us know if you need help. But otherwise, like it is, like people, once they know that they're going to create something, make your own event page. If you need help with the OP badge, putting it on there, we can kind of show you, the thread where the information is for that, or we can walk through it sometime. Otherwise, yeah, just, start building, and we have land to use if you want land to put it on, or put it on your own, put it on a world, and I guess just have fun and, see what cool shit we can build.
Whoop, whoop. I've been having a like a low key little idea, but I don't know. I may recruit 13 to make me a simple asset for it, but maybe I'll deploy. I'm not promising anything, but what I do deploy will be like a little fun addition that I don't think anyone has thought of yet. and it's nothing complicated either.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, I think it's good to do what you can, do what you like, make it cool.
By any means, it's not going to be cool, but um, you know, you're the one that builds all the cool stuff, Canessa. I'm like just a fanboy in the crowd that's like, ooh, ah.
Yeah, for now. But if you there's a lot of resources out there. If you do want to build, there's a lot of ways to do it. I think it's so cool just to see how much Old Guy has built in the amount of time since I've known him. Now he's making really, really cool stuff. He just sent me a picture of something, and I'm like, dang, this is awesome. I mean, I think Old Guy and I just freaking love winter, and so it's like, yeah, let's just make it so cool for everybody. But there's also, wearables, emotes. If anybody wants to make stuff for that, I'm sure people are gonna want to have some cool stuff. But right now, I can't not see this giant eyeball on the property. This is crazy.
It's funny. Yesterday at the rowing party, I think Miguel was doing the same thing with the eyeball, and Rustan was like flying around him, like like the little pixie emote, like tiny Rustan was just flying around, and I guess it was like touching a piece of his eyeball. And and Miguel goes, Rustan, could you stop sitting on my eyeball, please? As like little
Yeah.
fly flying
Yeah.
into. Yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
stuck. I'm stuck.
we should have the roach.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck. We should have a roach with a pixie wearable or pixie emote just flying around.
Only for Ruston.
Oh my god, Rustan would not enjoy this. He would not have a good time. I don't know if I would have a good time. uh okay, well, Uh, oh yeah, I think one of the things I wanted to do is just get to the top of La Cantina and overlook our neighborhood here. Okay, looks like nothing much has been deployed yet.
Oh, we're not deploying any of it. It's yes, it is secret. If we deploy and undeploy, the world shall never know. So you have to wait.
I see that my hills remain safe. Yes, the hills.
Yeah, and did you see I have some trees growing up in front of La Cantina, destroying my oceanfront view? So
Yeah, what the fuck is this
I'm
shit?
gonna have to destroy those.
Yeah, how do we get rid of these trees? Like,
I
do we have
know.
to like call the centralized lumberjacks? Like,
I'm not gonna call anyone. I'm gonna just sprinkle salt around the root base, and then it's gonna die of natural causes, and I will not be complicit or compliant or caught. Basically, they're just gonna sorry trees, or I'll girdle them, or something. But they're gone. I can't have that kind of look at like my palm tree. This I used to have a straight shot of sunrise, and I can't be living like this.
yeah, these palm trees were strategically placed.
Oh man, like yeah. Maybe we could, I don't know, we could get like a tow strap and a pickup truck and just pull it over redneck style. Because I don't know why those trees grew. I don't know.
That's the only way I know how to do things. What up, Alan? I just saw him pull up on the Decentraland. Very happy you are here, my friend. Thank you very much. And okay, so the question about meta that I had. So okay, well, I guess it's not really a question. This week, Meta announced that they recently cut 1,000 jobs, which is around 10% of their metaverse studio. Like they cut 1,000 jobs from their It's Reality Labs division, which is what works on their metaverse. Um, and then I thought I saw, which I don't have the information around in front of me. Oh, there it is. That insiders say that um, Meta has lost $73 billion since starting the project. So I guess I can kind of like I guess the question to ask would be like, since a lot of us like to look back at like 2021 as like the Decentraland heyday, like any like proof of concept that we think of like a bull run of what Decentraland could be like is a concepted from 2021, which the reason why that all came was due to announcements from Facebook changing, rebranding the Meta, as well as like a few other catalysts. Crap, I wish I could remember them, but
Well,
Meta
it
was.
coincided with a pretty big conference, and then also like Beeple selling the NFT for 69 million, and then the owner was at a conference like talking about how Decentraland was the future. So it's like, I think there were many catalysts. The one that made headline news obviously was the Meta rebranding, but I mean,
Mhm.
like none of that, like that's all hype. That's all just hype, and we should have known that that was not going to be sustainable. That the world isn't just going to jump
Yeah.
into Ready Player One. Like,
Yeah, but people weren't like back then. People weren't like, "Oh, I'm on Decentraland because people." Like the majority of people that at least that I would ask back then were like, "Oh, I thought this was Facebook."
I never met somebody that thought this was Facebook, but
I've met plenty of people that thought this was
oh,
Facebook
oh, that's crazy.
from my
Um,
Genesis Plaza days.
yeah. I think the Beeple thing was more probably, well, I mean, from my experience, that was a lot of like the land speculation, just because of the pieces of land that were sold and where they were sold. Um, so I think that that was like some of the huge sales that was also what got a lot of attention, is just money, like who's buying and selling. And I think that the $1 million land parcels for sales got got some attention.
Yeah, yep, I'm sure they did. And I see Make has his hand up. Go ahead, Make.
I heard an incredibly interesting take on the meta thing just the other day. By the way, good to see you, Gino. Been a hot minute. Um, and hey, silly. Personally, great to see you last night. Anyway, I heard a very interesting take that Meta and Facebook and Zuck's approach was really about trying to get away from, like, Apple is what actually caused them more to start racing towards the tech than futurism. And the reality is basically, and it was a huge deal apparently. They made like a VPN, Facebook like a VPN thing where it was supposed to be about not tracking, and instead it was taking all the data, right? And so they knew what apps you were using and what they might want to purchase. Like, it was total garbage, to the point that Apple turned around and basically banned all of Facebook's internal apps. Like, people couldn't even order sandwiches, they couldn't use their stuff. And Apple has consistently kind of pushed them around, from doing some of the stuff they do in the back door. And also, since they have such a, arguably a monopoly, on half the market share, that he spent all his time trying to go to Meta and do all these glasses and these different things, more about trying to get into position for the next level of tech that's coming, so he doesn't have to rely on Apple manipulating whatever they want to do. And I actually totally, that makes a fucking ton more sense than he just believed in VR. Um, and ultimately, it's kind of why they also floundered with it, right? Because ultimately, he's trying to find tech, but they don't have enough builders and people who want to shove shit on their face, A, but also, um, it wasn't at the heart of what he really wanted to do. like it's more about getting away from these bigger companies and taking over full market share. And that makes a ton, the most sense that I have come to in a long time on the subject.
Well, and also the development of the tech. It is like the tech is limiting the entire ecosystem of how far it can go, and coming down to basic things like like how can you cool a headset that's 2 inches from your eyeballs? Because if you can't, people are going to start complaining, oh, I got dry eyes from using that, I've got, eye strain, I've got this and that. So it's like they have to solve the problems in the physical tech behind it before they start, a widespread adoption. But I also like, I think we have to be way more like looking at this through a longitudinal, like zoom out macro look, that this is like he didn't intend to have anything done by 2026. Like he said, he was 10 years out from creating this. And I'm sure, like, just like Decentraland suddenly it was positioned really well financially after the 2021. I'm sure the same thing happened to Meta, and maybe even he might have Meta might have done better than anticipated, and so they had the funds to put into their metaverse team. But I remember a year after that, like, one of my friends that their husbands worked for Meta in the VR department, they got laid off. So like the layoffs started happening really quick, um, and I'm sure it's dwindled. But it's also like it's not just Meta VR. It's like the economy across the board. Like the price of chips has gone up, tariffs have gone up. So I mean, I think we have to look at it like way more holistically, and just be like grounded in the idea that, like, is this tech going away, or is it going to be used more in the future? And I mean,
I
I'm
mean, at the end of the day, also, just harsh reality, besides all those things are true, right? All major companies are laying off. But at the end of the day, what we're really like, a lot of these things that have started adjusting, it's an AI arms race right now. We build in data centers that, you know, and so ultimately, that's what killed Altspace VR. It wasn't the users. They had, 500,000 visited during the year, and they had run for 13 years. Ultimately, when Microsoft took their stake in whatever ChatGPT, that's when all those side projects started closing their doors. Right now, it's an arms race.
It's an arms race, and with a generation of people who are going to embrace this, like slowly creeping up, slowly getting older. And then you got a few anomalies that are like not from that generation, that are like, yeah, this is awesome, this is the future, love it. um but I don't know, I think as successful as Meta would get, I think that there needs to be alternative um options, like alternative platforms. And I think that that's what Decentraland, like, if you have a problem with Meta taking your data, then you better find the solution. And voila, you found Decentraland. Like, at least as much as possible, we're like the antithesis of the metadata gleaners.
I will say, just since we've been talking about these things, like, Songs XYZ is closing their doors today, 3 years, and they had an entire platform built around music and all these things. But it's another one that it's just very hard to survive at any given time. And so, no matter where this goes, the fact that they've got 5 years of like existence is incredible. The one thing I would say, and especially a lot of people know, like, I'm spending a lot of time going to introduce my regular friends instead of, like, Twitter's getting harder and harder to use, or X, whatever. I'm not getting messages sometimes for 2-3 days. Like, we were trying to fix something, and Sin and Kim were in a conversation. I didn't even see the conversation for 2 days on X. We're clearly getting throttled in these experiences right now. And the one thing I just feel like we need to do is not say, I mean, a couple things, but first and foremost, I feel like we almost need to say, or they need to say, like, the statement that needs to come out publicly isn't like, come visit Decentraland, because either people have already made that decision or whatnot. but come to Decentraland 2.0. Come to the place that has evolved into a new chapter and make that chapter something that people can understand, because we are all living it, right? Everything has an update number and something. And when major things happen, like in Apple or at anywhere you go, when there's a major update to a software or anything, we get a new thing. And I think it's time that should be true, you know? Because it really is the best place to passively hang out with your friends and party on the internet. And that, I know there are other places that do it, very few, one being like not Altspace, excuse me, VR chat, but it's way too much life invested deep in the matrix for regular people, even though they do actually currently hold one of the bigger market shares in this conversation. But the deeper point is, we need a way to literally stake our feet in the ground, like from, one version to the next. It's time to let people know we exist on another level. And that's something I really feel strongly about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what would that look like? What does that look like to you, Make? Like
I think
more
what that looks
aggressive.
like is the rollout to, instead of come to the place that existed before or the thing you've already made your mind up, come to the place that has evolved. And how do you roll that involvement out? I mean, there are a lot of ways to do it. I mean, I think like the marketing campaigns that we've been doing now, right? It's like, come find your people. Are you this? Do you feel like you want to be around people? You know what I mean? And instead it's like, come see the progress of what 5 years has done to evolve to where we are now. And that's why I really like, think about like Max, right? Every time they make a huge change, regardless of chip, it's that OS that's the big change. Come to Montgomery or whatever, insert your current OS here. And that's even true to Microsoft or every other company that has a thing, you know? And even in some ways, Facebook/Meta did it anyway. And by the way, so did Google. They became Alphabet, right? And I'm not saying we need to change the entire branding structure or rename Decentraland to be whatever it is now, but adding a 2.0, adding something that lets people know that we have evolved, I think is a big part of the missing key, because half the people that we invite all the time, especially the crypto bros, are like, that place isn't dead, And we're like, not only is it not dead, it's better than fucking ever, which is why we out here and we so motherfucking back. But I actually think the next rollout of a true campaign of energy should really be about how the platform's evolved and that it is a new place. Because in truth, it is. Like, we could slice this any way we want. We don't jump online the way we did. We have so many new features and things that actually fucking work 90% of the time. And I think it's really time to let that truth be known, because it's going to do two things. One, it's going to re-let people know there have been enough fucking changes that maybe we should give it another chance. A lot of people don't. Or B, you then roll out something that's already existed that has had a shiny new thing for new people to be like, oh, I wonder what this is. I just think it would kill a lot of the stigma that we're fighting against based on the past and people's old decisions. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, thank you, Make. I mean, I think you're right. It is a different world that people would be logging into. One part of me is like, is it different enough? Like once they come in, I mean, I'm still hearing a lot of new users at Genesis Plaza like say, what is there to do here? And like we are still lacking like a game like Wonder Mine that captivated people the way that it did in 2021. Like we don't have that. I feel like we're not, like, this is my opinion, like I feel like we're just not quite there, but it's not a like it's still a construction zone. Like when you're building a new hotel, you don't shut down the hotel. You just kind of like put up, notices that like you may hear some noise during your stay. And so like we're done with the construction zone that was the client 2.0, and that was rough, right? That was painful. We didn't, had a lot of customers that were like, well, I'm not going to stay at this hotel, and they're out. Now we're like mostly done, but we're working on like the landscaping. We're working on the, the in room entertainment, or like the pool and stuff like that. So I don't know, like in my mind, I'm trying not to also gaslight myself, but like I feel like we're still 6 months to a year away from having enough sticky events that somebody can come in and find something that they're like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like, I got to come back next week and hear. Like, for me, it was Stony. I was like, I love reggae. So, like, Stony was the reason I logged back in. If not for him, I would have sold my land and been out. So, thank you, Stony. So, I don't know. I feel like we're just a little bit
I guess
further
it just
from that.
depends. Like, I gotta say, like, if I want to go play a game, regardless of anything, I'm not coming to DCL. There's like too many things that are games. It's a social engagement platform to me, you know? Thought yesterday was one of the best examples of how things could actually work better and better, and how it was supposed to work more than anything. Like Mr. Cat teaming up with somebody who is a brilliant designer who hasn't been to the platform, who brought his people, we brought our people, everybody intermixed, had a wonderful time, you know, dope ass music, a lot of fun. Um, like that's to, I mean, and I know everybody's got a different vision of what this is, but I just think if the truth is the truth, right? Whether we're a year away, 6 years away, I mean, our runtime, regardless, is dwindling. So if we're a year away, we're a year away from runtime, and we have to be what we are now, and we still have evolved so far past. And sure, Intel's currently are having issues. It's still a small team. You know, the as much as I love the front of the new way to get into DCL as like a host of shows, it has been an absolute bloody nightmare for me, for new people, right? So there ain't nothing perfect. This ain't utopia, which was also a lie. Um, but it's a social engagement platform to hang out passively with your friends and enjoy experiences. And regardless, we have evolved past who we were. It works in a different way, and there are more tools than ever for the next people to come. And if we put that out there as the truth, it's still the truth. You know, whether we found better ways to make games, that's all still happening. But it takes people who come in, who turn around and end up being a Dr. Drip, who could teach old dogs brand new tricks about baking and light and shaping, that then that person runs and builds the next story. And we can be what we are today while still evolving. And I just think we've evolved to the point that the message should be clear.
Yeah, and I think that that's where it's. I mean, so what I'm hearing from you, that it's a like a stronger, more aggressive marketing campaign that like really specifically says we're something different than we were. And
It's
I
that we've leveled up. Yeah, we have become something different. I mean, we're about to roll out. I got to say, huge congratulations to the team for the mobile client. I think is brilliant, and ultimately might be who we become for the future. Like, given the way this is all going, that mobile client's brilliant. It's good enough to get people. It's better than I have. The mobile client right now is better than the experience I had on 6, you know, before we moved and all the bullshit, literally ever. Like, 99% of the time when we lived on 6, I only saw green walls. I could be where I was. Dude, you could run around and be with your people. I think the mobile client is a huge step in the growth of our direction. I definitely know we had people log in for the first time yesterday who couldn't even get on their Macs, who found a way in on their phones, which is another huge victory. And yes, I feel we have evolved past the point of an OS upgrade. I literally do. And I think that message clearly, come, heck, be on the best place to party on the internet with your friends. We have evolved. Come join us. And I really think that message should be bold, and we should put our feet in the ground and our stakes in the ground and say, hey, don't come see something old. Come see something brand new. And maybe we don't have the games, but we got enough. I mean, what's going on right now? What are we really lacking for growth and real truth? Isn't like a game studio coming to take another $1 million from the platform and figure out how they can mine shit. You know, like this is literally about building, creating. This is a platform of artists who have left their marks on the blockchain in a consistent living ecosystem. Right now, we have evolved past who we were, and I think that should change. I think the message should be clear.
Make, when you first came in, can I just ask, what was it that like was your hook that kept you here?
I mean, there are so many things. Like, I was around, Sin will tell you too. We met, what year was it, Mew? Was it 1 or 2?
2022
Right, but
November.
I came in from Music Fest in 21. You know, ultimately, I find my people, right? So I had also bought a headset because I thought at the time, and the thing I thought was I needed a headset to come into DCL because that was the outside message, and I think a lot of people still ask, well, is it VR? All the time.
Yep,
Um,
that's why people, like I say, people thought this was meta.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many layers, but I came in and I was like, and I have art about it. Like literally, I drew pictures. I came in with my little avatar. I left with, the all the Kraken stuff and the airdrops and fucking. It was so great. But reality was, I just spent whatever $400 to $800 sitting in COVID, like on this headset, and I found Altspace VR and this project called NFT Oasis, which I thought at the time was like NFT stuff. They were doing similar thing, but in VR, which turned out to be a small studio and a total fucking scam. Story for another day. And I kept going, but I met Vita, I met DJ Trax, I met, One Existence, and they used to come a lot. Like, and I would still go to DCL stuff, but I was doing my events and all the stuff I'm doing now, I was just doing in my VR space, which still to this day, the ability to hang my artwork and all the stuff that I was doing in that space, I can't wait to have that experience again. I just know it's not time. So I was coming in and out of that, but I was still very active within the NFT stuff, managing assets, doing spaces. I had my stuff built in spatial. But I find my people, I've never been platform based. I'm platform agnostic, if through this experience. And what locked me in? So Altspace went down. I was doing a lot towards spatial. Spatial, literally, I was working with C at the time. We were doing Metaverse Mondays every week. And then Spatial also literally abandoned one out of the blue, right? They abandoned their Web3 people, at least the way I saw it. And they wanted me to pay every month for the same services I was already doing there. And I even did for a little bit. And the audio quality was kind of crappy at the time for how much I was paying because they were throttling it. And it really had me disillusioned. And I was spending more and more time with you guys, right? And then Josh Garrett, thanks for coming last week, but he brought my beast into spatial, but he had to help me do it. So at that point, I had to download Unity, right? And I'm sorry to be long-winded, but I think this all will wrap around and make sense. He helped me download Unity, figure out how to get the beast in there, and I had to do all the work as a user, to get my character into Unity. And I was like, damn, I want everybody to have this right. I want every beast to be able to do this, right? And we were building in here every freaking Saturday, and I was getting more and more involved with y'all. And then we made that huge push, and we started fighting, and we spent more time fighting. And here we are. But those platforms are struggling too. Jake from Spatial went to went to Facebook. He actually just got laid off. He was a great guy. But, Era, LMG, Josh Garrett, these people who paved the way just like us, that spend every day believing in their people and platform around them, they're just as beautiful. And they are doing the exact same work, and this is all tying tighter together. Decentraland right now is the best place to passively hang out with your friends on the internet, to me. And I don't think game structure is going to make Decentraland literally a better place. Because ultimately, there are way other places to have games. There are too many experiences. Like, sure, passive games a little bit, sure. But ultimately, it's an artistic platform of creativity and expression. And it's a place to gather and communicate and enjoy with your friends. I personally don't think games are ever going to change that about DCO, at least in my eyes. And what draws me to it is my fascination and love for how much beautiful fucking stuff has been created and left, whether people want to be there or not. And God bless, I really hope no matter how it ends up, like Foundation runs out of money, I really hope the core of what exists gets to exist for the truth of what it was supposed to be. So it was really long-winded. I love this place as much as anybody here. I love all you. But I just think the message has to be clear that we have evolved. I hope that made sense. Sorry.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I think it's really valuable to know how each person found Decentraland and then like what made them stay, because we're all very unique people and we're coming at it from very different places. And then the hook that kept us here is going to be different, and it's going to evolve because when you don't know anyone, like for me, when I first entered and didn't know anyone, like when I came back in 2021, the music was like, the music was enough that I'm going to log in to hear Stony. But it was also Wondermine. Like that may not have been a hook for you, but it was for me because I am a gamer. I love gaming. I'm also realistic that this is never going to be Fortnite, and it never should be. Like, and I had an idea of like using the voice chat here in World to, communicate with teamies, with squad mates in Fortnite, and like stream it. And that was it's very clear that computers are not going to be able to run both at the same time. But like, I'm just I think we're not, like, what works for one person isn't going to work for the next. And so that's what I mean is like we need a variety of things so that the person that's into music can find that genre of music that resonates with them. But if you're a gamer, you're not going to give a shit about that. You're just going to turn on your iTunes and like rock out and go get your dubs. So that's what I'm saying is like I think it would be a benefit to us
And
to
you
have
are
like
totally right.
to have a
like
different number of attractions to people. And I'm also just like coming at it from like I see what the kids are doing nowadays. Like I see what, like, to open up and to be attractive to another generation. And I'm not saying let's not get the the 6-7ers here, but I'm saying that the people that were 15 5 years ago, they're now 20. So like now they could be coming in. And are we appealing to a different audience? Are we just doing the same thing that we did in the past? Like I just think we need music, we need games, we need social experiences, but we need something to do. Because like if somebody was like, what do we do here, I'd be like, well, you can hang with friends and talk. But like, what if you don't have friends? Like, we have to also be honest with ourselves that we all know each other really well. And we imagine being a new user and coming in and you see everybody talking about 38 users and green walls, and you don't understand what they're talking about. You might just feel like, all right, this is this tight community knows each other really well. I'm leaving. Like, I don't belong here. Like, I think like the social part, I think that's why so many people stayed in 2021, is because everybody was new. And you remember, like, those of us that were here, you remember the OGs, how they made you feel? They were not so friendly. They were kind of not really nice at all, and
They were
made
dicks.
sure, yeah, they made sure you knew where you stood on the pecking order. And like I was more OG than them because I'd started, before them. But I was like, I'm not. I took 2 years off, so I wasn't. I was like 1 foot in that world. Like I'd been here, since for a long time, but I wasn't like one of them. So I was like 1 foot in the old world, 1 foot in like the new user, because I really consider myself starting like full time in like 2021. But I think everybody was new enough that like you could start those organic friendships, and people came together and they like found their interests, and they're like, yeah, let's make a game, let's make a racing game, or let's do this, let's start like a DJ competition. And I think, yeah, I don't think we have that right now. Like we would need an influx of a bunch of new people at once and kind of make those relationships together, kind of like we saw for the hackathon. I think that started happening, and then Shi-Fi, because those are
That's a
the
perfect point. You're literally right. We need a brand new wave of people, right? What better way to say we have evolved and we're new, come visit, than like ultimately we need we need the drips and roustons and the canessas to find their way in, right? And it's like sometimes the message has to be clear. And I get what you're saying. Like I don't, get me wrong, I don't think games are not an important part. Like I gotta say I love what Mew's been doing, playing those games at the end of every beyond the NFT, and like that's really fun. That's community gaming. Like I totally think that needs to exist, but I also think if we welcome in those new wave of like a new wave of people by saying it's a new place, almost like we've evolved, and if we open the doors wide enough and we get the message, to be clear enough, I truly believe we will have the next wave. Like ultimately, three new people coming in, 10 new people coming in, wherever that number sits for everybody. It's like ultimately we need to see Genesis Plaza. When we get there, we need like 150 users running around, maybe 300. You know what I mean? We can't, like, there has to be a point where we snap the whip and say we exist to the broadest market ever to flush in a huge, like a swath. And the old way of that happening, whether that's like music fat, like da, 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 we need a bigger switch right now, and we are ready for a bigger switch. And that every time 70 people or 100 people get together and just have one of these lit experiences, it just proves that it's more stable than ever for us to let that message be clear. I mean, I'm totally aligned with you in that sense, Kanessa. And I know there should be these experiences, but I feel like the next 15 people behind us might be the ones to build it. You know? I don't know.
yeah. I
I
mean,
I just feel that we are where we are, and I think where we are is a lot better than where we were. And I think right now we do have an opportunity to be exactly who we are. Uh, with the closing and the disruption of like-minded platforms.
well, one thing that's for certain is that we are a blockchain based project, and blockchain, I think in a lot of people's eyes, is unstoppable, and Bitcoin, I believe, will go up. And so like when there is another crypto bull run, even if we sit back and we do nothing, there are going to be questions about what is this project, what is this coin. And I think that will bring in new users. To me, it sounds like you need, like you're talking about things that is like marketing, that you maybe should meet with Kim about, just to like see, what is the consensus, like what is she saying about that. I think also like knowing the 2026 manifesto, like what is the next year going to look like what is on the schedule, what do we have to look forward to? What are the plans, like the the clear organizational piece, I bet would also either make you feel better or make you feel like, oh, okay, I don't like, we need, we need more than that. But I think that that's the only way that it, like, she's in charge. She's the one creating that message, sending it out. So uh,
Just
yeah.
the one thing I'd say is, at least for me right now, and I know I've been beating the table, but I think the deeper truth is what is actually happening with blockchain, right? Blockchain's going under the hood, kittens. You know, like, sure, tokenomics, all these different things, bit ain't going away. Ultimately, I'm spending my time. Most of the people who have come in from me are not coming for Web3 anymore. And we're getting a lot of, like, I'm getting a bunch of new users, I would say, pretty concurrently. Not 100, but definitely we've had a lot of new people come over this year, right? Most of my last 3 months, almost 4 months, has been normies, because it's going under the hood. And ultimately, I don't have to, like, tell the normies now or whoever to come hang out with us. Like, hey, it's a blockchain game and it's crypto. And they're like, shit, I don't want to get involved with that shit. You know, now I don't have to onboard my friends to a MetaMask and get them to sign up and make an authorization in a transaction. They're button mashing their Google or whatever auth, and they're coming to enjoy their company. 99% of blockchain is going to be under the hood, not people making stuff on it for the regular person. And it's happening every day. And I think if our attention, or at least that's my opinion, of course, but my attention is, come hang out in Decentraland, the best place to party on the internet with your friends. Period. Hard stop. You want to know that it's blockchain? You want to with MoonPay and load up your wallet from Gmail and do the thing. And that won't feel different to anybody. I think putting another roadblock on the idea of what we are, like, it holds us back. And I think it's been so amazing to see people who have known me for 20 years making creative shit, to come and experience it without feeling like they needed to jump into crypto or feel like they were almost going into an evil empire. Now they just get to come party and they're having fun. You know, it's just, I think the mindset's different for everybody, no question. But ultimately, blockchain's going under the hood every single day. Home titles, medical records. Nobody's gonna, you know what I mean? That shit's just starting to work every day more. Why do we have to identify as that when we're so much more? I don't know.
For sure. I'm just thinking, like, that's how I found Decentraland. Literally, like, it was the first altcoin I bought after Bitcoin, because I was looking through the projects on CoinMarketCap and I was trying to understand, what is ADA, what is Ripple, like, what is Neo, what is 0x. Like, I don't know what any of these are. Like, I literally can't. I got to learn a new language to understand what any of these do. And then I saw Decentraland, a virtual world, and it was like, oh, okay. Like, I had already done a lot with Webkins, and you guys probably don't know that because you're kids. But it was like, that was something I could understand without doing any more research than that. Literally, it was understandable. And so I'm just saying, like, people will find us through means that we don't even know. They'll, like if you ask new users when they come in, how'd you find us? They'll give you the most weirdest ways. One person was like, Chat GPT. I lost my job and I asked it how I could make money on the internet. And like, Chat GPT is like, Decentraland's a really good option. Like, we might want to talk to Chat GPT about that. Like, bro, settle down. It's actually a little bit more complicated than that. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's like, that's my path. I can only speak for my path of how I found it. That when crypto comes up, there's going to be more people coming back, looking at their wallets, discovering that, like, the Bitcoin they held, in 2022 is a little higher today, and they're gonna I don't know. Hopefully, they keep looking and the right ones find us.
But
Yeah.
so if you were talking about, like, say, the 20 something who played, you know, Roblox and is now looking for something to do and find a new place, and you got two ways to introduce them, right? Somebody not interested, we're not, they just want to go hang out, create some new stuff. Is it like, hey, you should get into blockchain and take this leap of what this new future is, and then come out and hang out? Or would you rather they come in just because, however they get there, regardless? But do you think it's an easier like truth for people to do, to be like, hey, come meet some new people and party on the internet with your friends, or build a wall or play a game, because this is one of the best social platforms to have an experience? Or is it, well, Bitcoin's going up, let's find some other stuff to do? That's a harder bit. Like, that is creating a pretty hard barrier to entry when somebody's got to choose what they want to do. Well, do I have to learn about this and take on my own security risks? And do I know what I'm going to do to even do that before I get here? I think that's a mistake. I
Well,
mean,
I'm
and I
not. I'm
think
not
the
saying
proof
like.
is like how it's going in all the crypto market overall, and the story. Like, the KOLs are out. Look at X. I think X is such a prime example of the current status of Web3, when the current status of being out here is being together. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
my
saying we
opinion.
should like make one. I'm not saying we should make it like we're gonna find people by looking through crypto. Like I'm just saying that like we need more things to do once they get here, because not everybody actually is attracted to the social element. Like some of us suffer from social anxiety, so you tell me it's a social platform, I might actually like slow down and be at bulk a little bit and be like, okay, I don't know, like I don't know, like I mean, I'm just saying we need a variety of ways to appeal to people, because like I would have been intimidated by the social aspect, because I'm up here speaking, but this is like not my natural state. Like I'm very reclusive. I observed way more than ever participated. And I think that you're talking about like an online world. I think a lot of people are comfortable with their avatars. They're not talking through, Twitter spaces or interviews, because they're not comfortable getting that much further out of their avatar world. So I think for a lot of people, just being able to passively explore before they, jump in and suddenly they have besties, and they're, interacting with people. Like there's quiet people here who want to build shit and stay small, stay quiet, like that was me. I mean, I didn't talk to anyone in 2019 when I started. I like crept on the forums. Like I was on the Decentraland Discord, I was in contests, but like getting in there, jumping in and mixing it up with the Decentraland Discord, no way. Look at how we act to each other. Like we're downright aggressive, I would say, in a lot of forums, definitely in the DAO forums, the Discords. Like I don't know, like, so all I'm saying is like we just need a variety of things for different personality types to feel comfortable with, because not everybody wants to jump right into the deep end of the social pool. And if you're like that, like that's me. I don't know. It's give you a reclusive hug from my corner to yours.
You're definitely right about the some of us are more I like to say that some of us are not beginner friendly users. Just by the way that some of us talk to others. But it's like, yeah, we know the individual, we know that they're just blunt, or they're just dicks or whatever it may be. But
That's nice,
uh
but like if you come into the Discord and the
and
C
you
word
see
is
it,
getting thrown
I
around, like at
I
least
know.
for half of the population, for women, I'd be like, no, this place isn't for me.
Yep. That is totally right. That is totally correct. And yeah, I definitely go back, do resonate with what you mentioned about like, some new users may even just be coming in because, oh, I lost my job and I typed in how to get money. We've definitely in recent days have had a little bit more of that, where to like when I ask them, oh, how'd you find Decentraland? Like, first thing they say is like, I'm here to make money. My first answer is usually like, well, don't hold your breath, and that's usually when I see them like disappear.
Yeah, and the
Uh,
opportunities are here to make money, but sadly, it's just like the rest of the world. If you work hard and you have a skill, you have a better chance of earning an income. And that's the same thing here. Like for people that have taught themselves Blender and coding and, can create those kind of experiences, there's opportunities that come up. It'd be awesome if they were more frequent, and they will be in the future, I think. Just right now, it's like our ship went through a storm in the sea, and like we are still floating, but we're putting stuff back where it's supposed to be. And some of the stuff we had on our ship washed away, and we don't have it, so we have to like rebuild it. So I don't know.
yeah, like our food.
Yeah, some of our food got wet, but our food's still there. Like for a project that started in 2017, a crypto project, like we're still here. We're yeah.
I Just a little quick announcements for all the participants from Monday's game arena sessions after Beyond the NFT. I have sent out the prizes to everyone. Well, everyone except one. I was missing a name, so I'm gonna go dig back in my records, aka Twitch, and find that name so I can send them a 7.5 mana.
And I think I'm going to jump out of here. I am away from home, and I'm going to go do some IRL touching grass. Even though I wish I was touching snow. All of you guys getting snow, you can just send it out west because we need that snow.
Girl, you could have it. Sheesh. And by the way, I don't disagree with anything you're saying, Kanessa. And I love me some you so much. I mean, ultimately, why I really stayed here is the CBD. Like, ultimately, all things, when you slice everything the fuck up, especially how I came in and, being a part of that, between all the major crackdowns between the whole DJ thing versus everybody else, the emotions, the feelings. I didn't know that I would ever belong here, but it was really the CBD and showing up every week with you guys and fighting through the AKCB process with some of my favorite people here. That's why I'm here. Like literally. Because if I was, I don't do Dow. Like I can't. Every time I go near it, it gets me emotional. It's building with my friends and meeting my friends. Like I'm the reverse. Every person I meet, I try and fucking go meet in real life. I had dinner with Whale and Vita last week on Sunday. And it was like, here we go, meet more friends.
I love it, and it adds such a second layer of complexity to meet people in the real world, and it's good, but it's also like it's perfectly fine if you never do that. Like, yeah.
Well, I'm glad I met you then, because I might
glad
not
I
get
met
another
you.
chance.
I'm glad I met you. No, I'm good. I'm good. It is. I could start another hour-long conversation about how quickly the IRL vibes can dwindle when you get back to the virtual world. So it's an experience. I'll put it in my doctorate thesis someday when I get my behaviorism degree. Like, IRL versus digital.
Best place to party on the internet. Decentraland hard stop.
Come party with your friends on a virtual platform, Decentraland, or how some OGs that think some OGs like to call it decentralized land. Join us on decentralized land. Okay, Canessa, you enjoy your vacation. I'm sorry, I'm just keeping you here with
No,
my
no, that's
commentary.
okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump off. Maybe I'll leave my account sitting up here so I can engagement farm. And
You aura farmer.
I'm an aura farmer. What can I say? You gotta farm something. But
You're a
this year, man,
camper.
yeah, I try. All right, you guys. Love you all. Thanks for being here. Talk to y'all soon. Be good, Sim.
Have a great day. No promises, but have a great day. The only promise I can make is that I'm wishing you a great day, a great vacation, a great weekend. I'm sure we'll be back on a call somewhere in the internet at some point. But yeah, I mean, it's been an awesome conversation today. Thank you, Make, for coming up and kind of contributing to today's conversations. The topics that have been going running for like the last, I would say, hour, like have just been bangers. Like, so thank you, Meg. Thank you, Canessa. I come in for comedic relief.
And the Muse snacks.
And some
Y'all
music.
don't even know, by the way. We're starting a new thing. There is a tip jar. That tip jar is officially for Muse snacks. You could get donuts sent to him personally. The snacks will be delivered via Uber Eats to a disclosed location near you. Make sure you hit the tip jar. Muse snacks on us. We love y'all for real though. Since nobody else is here at the moment, how fucking great was it last night? I went to bed 6 this morning because I was just going through everything. God, Mew, that
Oh,
was,
you
I
too.
was what a victory, y'all. Thank you guys so much, Brittany. And I know, Tox, you went to bed, but you helped build it. Billy, Drip, dude, Alan, dude. Quite literally, that one's gonna stay in my heart and my mind for so long. Like, to me, that's what the program is all about. Like, what, the people who have been inspired and incentivized to not just do events for the people who are here, but to invite new people in. Um, this, like, it's also like the truth about Link Wearables, like watching Mr. Cat go through the process, work with Dr. Drip, work with Rustan, come up with his vision and follow the path, get it minted, invite his people, make a ton of art for the party, which was so freaking cool. Other people like PPA making art and Rediverse making art, and then to see those legends and people I've known for literally 3 years in the Beast community who have never stepped foot in, like brand new accounts because they believed in their person who was making stuff. It was so incredibly special. And it's just like new horizons and what a victory, and I'm just so incredibly grateful to all those who came and supported, and I really think we've just, like, it was a huge chapter victory, at least in my heart, for all y'all. So thank you.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, literally what happened yesterday with indie collaboration was like what we've all envisioned, like that it should be like. And I mean, like we talked a little bit after, and like I mentioned that like Mr. Cat is also like an anomaly. Like he's definitely like a special being within himself. And I know that there aren't all, like, not all NFT projects are going to have these founders that are like, hey, you're presenting me an opportunity to showcase my community, and like perhaps even introduce them to my to another community, like let's do it. Not all of them think about it this way. A lot of them are just like me. I made this, I make that, I am this, I am better than you, I yeah so we have a large sample to like skim through whenever finding these gems of collaboration. So definitely, like, yeah, Mr. Cat is one of those gems, and I hope to even just be able to connect with more in the future, like through the Meta Beast roaming party, through Beyond the NFT, through CBD, whatever it may be. um we need to find these cats, these like-minded cats.
Find our people, find our why. When you said that, by the way, in the NFT characters, I was like, you don't know me, you don't know God.
Exactly.
But they are
uh
out there. Um, they are out there, the Mr. Cats, and a ton of great mini projects. And I think, I've been really emotionally, and I've even talked to some of the team on the foundation about like what I think would be a clear vision for Link wearables and how things could evolve. And instead of trying to reinvent a 10,000 piece wheel or a 40 thing, I really see a Mr. Potato Head entrance so clearly in my mind. And I think, at least at this point, I've got enough good legs through running through the beast and everything else to think about it clearly. And I just see like a micro community ability tool. Like, so it's like, man, yeah, we'll come in and help you get your first one done, and we'll give you 5 slots or 10 slots, or maybe you get the first 5 slots free for character development, and maybe the next 10 you could build off and pay for. You know what I mean? But like, it's all about these fire starting processes that open the door to let micro groups come and enjoy this with a lower barrier to figure out an entry. Um, I really love the micro Mr. Potato Head collection concept. And I think it could be as successful as anything else we've been cooking.
I think so too. I think so too. Now, like on the other end, it's like we have to find those passionate teams, like project teams that like it's like, hey, if we're doing it the Decentraland, if we're doing a Decentraland installation, like bring your people in here, like help them get in. Like Mr. Cat, like I realized how much work Mr. Cat was putting in into our collaboration, like last night, when I was seeing the one names that I hadn't seen in a long time, and like not just like on Decentraland, like I mean in like Web3 in general, like I was seeing names that I hadn't seen in a while, like just pop in, like, hey, I'm here with Mr. Cat, or even like people that were like, yeah, this is my first time here, I'm still trying to figure out the controls, I'm here because Mr. Cat. So
Dude, I thought
uh
like even and the rent, like just him making special renders for the project too, like
yes,
getting his people involved making renders is just so heartwarming.
it
Because
goes a long way.
it wasn't about like filling people's bags. It was literally about coming to hang out and make art together. It was so fucking great. And I gotta say, with the remaining few months of the creator project, I am definitely gonna spend that time making sure that we can help a few more people have that experience. And it's not gonna work all the time, but I mean, I definitely have 3 people in my mind that I'm like, hey, you're a great creator. Maybe with this support and this thing, like a little nudge, we could really welcome in some more beautiful people.
Yes, sir. Let's see, I'm just looking around, making sure I haven't missed any important messages anywhere. I do not think so. Oh yes, like a little bit of a segue here. I want to take a moment to congratulate those who were selected for the Welcome Guides program, for to become a Genesis Plaza welcome guide for new users. Yesterday, Kazno Kai had made an announcement in the Decentraland Discord, to everyone. They saying that they've received 50 applications for the Welcome Guide program. A huge thank you to everyone who took the time to apply and showed their interest in supporting new users. They are excited to announce that the following community members have been selected to join this phase of the Welcome Guides program. Dio the God, congratulations. Otto Lamb, big congratulations, Otto. Scat Lion Rock, oh my God, these like already three names deep, and like this is a banger list. We have Otam, we have Sebga, Meta Wolf, our very own Meta Wolf, made it into this program. This makes me so happy. Lazario, Billy T Coin, let's go. Los Cat, Kenji, Lovely 17, which make
Personal
with
fave.
yeah, with Lovely 17, I think like there's a potential here with them being selected into this program, and them also being a, a talented builder. It might spark some inspiration. You never know.
Dude, I couldn't be more grateful, bro. At the end of the day, she made the original make jacket. She also lent us the Beast Hideout for literally the last year and a half. And she didn't make me pay for it. She didn't do anything. She let me, in fact, rip it apart and lend it to us. I mean, I just, every time I see Lovely in the space, I'm like, girl. And I met her.
Yeah.
That's another IRL real one that's just, not that I don't like the other name. I love this list, and it's exactly what we need. But that I got a
Yeah.
sweet spot.
Yeah, I'm hoping after this, Lovely will be like, I don't want to go on Nifty anymore. That is the goal.
Ah,
Uh,
it's all fun. That's where you go for games, I hear.
I guess. I mean, I just like play Rocket League or something. But let's see. Alan Howick also has been selected. We have JKing. Dude, this is awesome. Um, Tuna Boy, nice. Tuna Boy got selected. Perseus, Odd Job, which Odd Job is an amazing pick. Stony Eye got selected, as well as Sultry Dubs. Our very own Kinessa is on this list, and the lovely Rishi girl is also a welcome guide. Uh, so
Just
amazing.
banger
Yeah.
group of people coming to say hi. That's just brilliant news.
Yes, so a lot of them very well like deserved. Like my thoughts in this are like, or like I guess an opinion, which is like, I hope that when selecting this list, Decentraland kind of looked more at a global audience, like looked at all this as in a global sense, opposed to like, oh, Decentraland's most active hours are this Eastern time or American time and South America time and Spain time. Like, I hope they looked at it more like, hey, we need to get some welcome guides in the Asian time zones, in the like, yeah, whatever time zones that kind of deserve some love, to tell you the truth, because like, I mean, even when looking at the current state of our events, there are still very, very huge gaps. Like, and like, for example, I feel like our PST friends, and this is like just in the US, like our friends over in the West Coast, I feel like a lot of events end once when they are starting their evenings. So like, I think there is a missed opportunity there. And I mean, sometimes I always wonder, it's like we have a lot of PST friends that host events. Why are they hosting them on EST time? But I can't have everything I want. Um, so yeah, just hoping that they looked at more of a global audience, or trying to cater towards a more of a global audience than just active hours.
Or you could just run 4 to 5 hour parties. I mean, who would do something that crazy?
Not many people are like you, make. Not many people are have a screw or two loose up there.
Hence, the tip jar is for Mew snacks because we're
Yeah,
just making Mew burned out. So remember, if you want to send a donut, you know where the tip jar is. 100% of the proceeds are not going to DJs or anybody else. They are for
they,
strictly for
they go to my
donuts.
stomach.
Yeah. So just so you know, we ain't out there trying to shill. We trying to feed the Mew.
Yes, you will find a tip jar strategically placed to the left of the Mew booth on at Makes Stack, or the Beast Stack, version 2.6. Make, did we go down a version? I know, like, yesterday in my intro, I freaking like digressed for a second because I swear we were at 2.7. I swear. Did we go back?
I mean, we probably did go back a generation because 2.7 probably got too far as an update. But the last, month and a half, I mean, again, so much love to KJ. Like, absolute dream to work with someone who I consider one of my favorite builders on any platform. And the amount of effort that she tried to tuck into that space, like, you guys are seeing probably arguably where we're at now, about 65% of what the stack actually is and what is the tools are, but currently there's just too much process for a 2x2. We pushed it a little too far, so there's been a lot of painful digging. And also Mr. J, Dr. Krillo's been helping us make it evolve. But I'm really excited to show the possibilities of how this is all going to unfold. Like, it's definitely a stack, fam.
Yes, it's definitely a stack. We're working through the kinks. Um, our first iteration, or our first test, we almost got we could have gotten sued whenever we took our avatar friends hostage into the stack because our doors didn't open. but um but yeah, I mean, definitely it's been a work in progress, and I appreciate the time that you've been putting into it. And honestly, like, last night it worked great. I mean, I didn't like try to address any issues that were in the past directly, just in fear of it like never working again. But like, yeah, I mean, it was working great. I didn't restart or crash or anything like all night. So that's kind of a victory in itself.
Bro, huge victory. Um,
Mm.
Huge victory, and there's only room to go up. And I think where we're at right now is we have a threshold point that is just about stable, and I think last night was the first time we really got to feel that stability. And so let's just see it hold up for a little bit and wiggle some parts loose until we can start, opening some of the more fun parts. And I mean, that's what we're doing. Like, how cool is that we're just like collaborating with dope ass fucking people all over the place to come up with a total, uh, you know, again, I guess I digress. This is why I'm here. I'm here to collaborate with dope ass people and hang out with Mew and make sure he has snacks. More snacks. So what do we
More
got
me
today?
snacks.
I know we got some low scat today, right? Do we have low scat
Yes,
today? And
yes,
then we
we
got
do.
we got an
And
adventure
good.
with Billy.
Good timing. You have a better internal clock than I do. Because like when you said, "Okay, what we got," I like literally looked at the time and I'm like, "Oh shit, we have 10 minutes." Yes. Meg, we have Lost Cat up next in 9 minutes over at Pink Oasis, coordinates 66 comma negative 141. Um, in 2 hours, we have a double header by with Billy T Coin. We have the new user help event 1 hour before ABC Decentraland tours takes place. So yeah, that takes place in 2 hours, and then in 3 hours for ABC. In 5 hours, we're all gonna gather at the tribe uh, for um, for a show by Crypto Minute. Is it Crypto Minotaur tonight? Let me see if there's any information. I believe it is.
I know we got DJ Vaped and Minotaur tonight. You know, Vaped is. I mean,
Is
Vape's been
is vape
hanging in the Discord with us
is
live.
vape doing after hours or is he doing the
Yeah,
tribe?
Vape.
Okay, so it
Vape
might
is.
be.
I'm pretty sure Vape's got Vape. I think right now they've shifted. Forgive me if I'm wrong a little bit. So Minotaur's been playing at a new space right now on Wednesdays, and then they've been just doing the after hours space with Minotaur opening up, and then Austin who played with us. But now, yeah. Well, either way. Ghost has bought yourself some vape. Boy, he has come in so effing hot. Really, one of the big reasons I mean, I push through to DJ. He is definitely somebody who has inspired me every single week.
Yes, sir. He's a real one. He's definitely a real one. So okay, so then Minotaur at the Tribe, Vaped at After Hours tonight. Big shout out to Oztech, Austin Descheny, for his incredible show last night at the Meta Beast roaming party. I have to admit I love these collaborations that the DJs have been kind of like yeah yeah, kind of like putting together. Great work, make great work.
Well, then, and Billy, dude, there's a crew started for any of you DJs out there. There's a DJ online. It's like literally just Metaverse DJ started by Minotaur as well. So if you do get on the decks and you need a home, we got one.
Nice, nice. You hear it here first, or you heard it here first, everyone. Let's see. After hours will be what closes us for. Um. Oh, whoa. Why did we say after hours and Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Closes us for Saturday, but then on Sunday or tomorrow, in 15 hours, there is another event by Billy T Coin. Man, you going hard, Billy. Golf with Friends, which I believe it may be this a game that Billy would like to play with all of us called Golf with Friends. It's on Steam. I believe it was on sale for like $1.50. Uh like the this past week or so. I'm trying to look and see in my Steam just like if I ever ended up picking it up. If not, I am such a ditz.
You
But
just need more
but
snacks, Mew. More snacks.
s- more snacks. We just need more snacks. Oh, Wiz. Oh, it's still on sale for a dollar 9 or $1.49. So yes, make sure to get that game and join some games with Billy T Coin tomorrow. Let's see, moving further down the list, of course, our Helvetian friends will be hosting their event. They have their 7E Mezzo Royale, which I believe is a card game. I know my good friend Whale the Penguin has been enjoying those events and has been attending very frequently. And then there's Pixel Business Community Sundays. After that, then there is U Sponge Sundays with Toxic Waifu and Mean Green Doge. Um, I see a Wind Down Your Weekend event with Prater. and then we go into Monday. Monday, we will be starting the day with, oh, there's a monthly community meetup on Monday. Um, at Genesis Plaza. Then there's followed by on Monday, and then I think I'm seeing that there is another event, a new event by Lazario. Um, help rebuild Bosque Gracias. Yes. Oh man, this is this could be related to the big fires out in Argentina at the moment. I'm not sure on the status of like if they have been put out or not, but but I know like that this has been one of the biggest fires like historically in Argentina, and our friends over at Bosque Gracias were affected by this. So if there's any way, like if anyone has like the means to like support, whether it may be like buying an NFT or donating, please do so. Um, and let's see, moving a little bit down the line. Oh yes, MoFi Monday. Of course, we can't forget about MoFi Monday with Stony Eye. Make sure to pull up, all of you, and followed by Beyond the NFT, by hosted by yours truly. This week on Beyond the NFT, we have I Am Thanos coming on as our guest. He is a rapper, a music producer, and yeah, someone like involved in the Web3 music scene, as well as like even just I guess the music industry in general. Has a lot of knowledge about it, and I think it'd be a very good conversation for me to sit down with him and learn about his journey in in his music. So yeah. Oh yes, and I last event, or last two events to announce. I promise before we head over to Los Cats. Absolute building, the absolute basics of building in the Decentraland with Canessa on Tuesday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and then Toxic Tuesday, uh, obviously on Tuesday at I believe it's 6 or no, it's 10:30 p.m. UTC. So everyone, please make sure to pull up to all these events. We have, all our friends work very hard to organize these events for all of us. So definitely, like, let's show them some love. Let's bring our normie friends there. And oh, let's see. Okay, I thought my headphones died, but maybe I have a little light. Oh no, they did die. All right. I think everyone can hear me. Make, can you confirm?
I can hear you, big guy.
Sweet. All right. Enough of the shill. We have 2 minutes to get to Pink Oasis for Los Cats weekly performance. So everyone, let's see. I'm gonna type in chat the coordinates. Let's head over to coordinates 66, comma negative 141. All right. I'm typing in chat Los Cats. Starting soon. Let's jump to, what is it, 66 comma negative 141. And this has been a great space, everyone. Thank you very much. Make, do you have any final thoughts, comments, concerns?
More snacks from you, absolutely. A, B. We really have made so much fucking progress, and I think it wouldn't have happened if there weren't fucking great people trying to make this a better place. Invite the normies, invite your friends. Decentraland 2.0, the best place to party on the internet. There, I said it.
We said it. Yes, yes. Decentraland 2.0 is the best place to party. All right. Well, I guess your concerns were more or less for my stomach and my lack of snacks. So everyone, you heard the man. Like the tip jar at the stack. That's how you get me some snacks, I guess. Thank you, everyone. Love you all so much. It is always an honor. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be able to host these events every week for you all. Mick, did you have something? I see your mic unmuted.
Yeah, I just remind people on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. East, even though nobody really knows, Mew does give out advice in the Mew booth. One mana a minute for hard advice for the Mew. Good night, folks.
Gee, I hope this advice giving would be enough to fund my day.
Fund the snacks, baby.
Oh God, I love you guys so much. All right, well, that is a wrap for today's space. Thank you, everyone. Head over to Pink Oasis. Bye.